Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Hey y'all, Darius Rucker here. You know, a lot of people ask me, what inspires your music? And one of the big things is a strong sense of place. That's why I love my home state of South Carolina and want to share the awesome things it has to offer. From the beautiful mountains down to the sunny coast, it's got it all. Not to mention two of my personal favorites, great golf and amazing food. Come see why I love this place. Visit discoversouthcarolina.com.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix.
By the skin of their teeth they lost.
You know, then you can just ride it the whole thing.
With Stix.
You're live and you're recording, so we have double.
Hey!
What is going on?
That's the producer.
The
producer is in the house. Chris_Donovan, my man. Hey, we thank you for everything, brother.
I thought that was the voice from the heavens.
Heavens, I like that. My wife would say it would be a different direction.
We got to announce Big Homie as always. Right on, announce Big Homie. Big Pharma Homie. Whatever else they call you these days. Big Blue Homie. Tyron Woodley Homie.
Big Recovery Homie.
Kimbo Slice Homie. Big Recovery Homie. We could do that too. And then we got Pasco's greatest girls basketball coach of all time, Aaron Barcott, chilling with us as well. Appreciate you guys, man. What a fucking we've only been live for 2 minutes. I'm already dropping F-bombs. What's going on here?
What else is new? Come on now.
Jeez, dude, it's been a wild 6 weeks, brothers. Hey, first and foremost, before we get into it, I want to thank you two, Anonymous Big Homie and Aaron Barcott, especially for the worthless pieces of shit that you are, that did not help one bit with the move. So
what I didn't do. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What you didn't do.
So let's not forget, one, Homie was down. That's why you're calling him Big Pharma. Two, I was at basketball camp. Let's not forget, I spent 9 days at a Gonzaga dorm coaching girls basketball. Yeah, let me tell you, my back hurts. No air conditioning. You go up there trying to be nice to people. By day 3, you're screaming at 10 teenage girls instead of coaching them. And then you realize
you have to move all your own shit, Stix.
Yeah. So for all of you who don't know, Stix is back in the good old Tri-City area. Moved back, lived with my brother. Appreciate him for letting me slum in his house here for a while. We'll see what happens. You know how a while goes. Could be 6 months, could be 6 years. Who the hell knows? Till I find that nice young lady who wants to.
There you go already.
Take care of the lonely old Stix over here.
Or you can move into Corey's basement.
So Chris,
hasn't even gotten his old place yet. Or we're talking about a side.
Deuce Bigelow over here.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had a plan. Old Corey and our boy Corey and our boy Steve were going to come help me out. And my brother were all going to roll over, get it all done in one trip, knock it out, good to go. That didn't go down to fruition. Corey's family got COVID, the whole vid. So that didn't go down.
That's a good excuse to not help somebody move, though. I like that.
I know, you two. And then
I'm using it next time.
Straight
Pima
up.
had to work. Pima had to work.
Safety
of course.
protocols.
People had real jobs out there in the world. So we loaded up the U-Haul, my brother and I, on day one, rolled it back, and then I went back to work for a few days, slummed it on the old blow-up mattress for a while.
It's hilarious.
And then packed everything up in the old 2004 Ford Ranger and got everything else out and rolled back, solidified. We're all in here. So
let's be honest, though. You've only ever owned Ford Rangers since high school.
Always the Ford Rangers. They, knock on wood, they do me right. So
he tried to sell that Ford Ranger today for $20,000.
Yeah, man, that sounds like a good deal.
I don't think it's worth 500. I don't know if it's worth 500.
Wait. So wait a minute. So this is your second one. You've replaced a Ford Ranger.
3 or 4. This is like his 3rd or 4th.
Oh, see, something's wrong with this boy. Look.
Well, one I wrapped around. You know what are those things called that like protect like the parking spots, the big yellow poles.
Yeah,
okay.
Big yellow poles.
Yeah, the yellow pole.
Well, I jackknifed one of them into apartment complex one night on there.
Totally sober.
And then I had to get rid of that one. Then I got another one. I think this might be the one I got after that, but I've had like 3.
What's the one you drove across the freeway when you fell asleep?
Oh, that was number 1.
That was
that was number 1.
Okay.
The number 1 went across the freeway over here by Yaka Vegas. Number 2 got jackknifed in a parking lot somewhere.
So this
number three is on the road and a champion.
I think y'all missed a minor detail though. Do you notice that he said this pole that he jackknifed his ride around to where it was demolished was in a parking lot?
Well, not a parking lot, like a apartment complex area.
Yeah, it's an apartment parking lot. So literally should have literally been doing 10 miles an hour.
Right.
Well, it was rainy out. It was rainy and wet in Seattle and up on a hill.
A destroyed vehicle.
The pole came out of nowhere.
Around nothing. Yeah. You don't wrap nothing around nothing doing 10 miles an hour.
In a parking lot.
Sorry, I'm setting up the jokes. Thank goodness. Hey,
I mean, he was driving 60 in the parking lot. I mean, my only one is not right here that's willing to admit that he was driving 60 in a parking lot. I mean,
I'm just thinking.
I will not admit that because that wasn't happening.
Possibly have been icy out, and he just turned the corner and then tried to go, and it just couldn't stop.
It was exactly icy, wet, wind, rain, snow, sleet, hail, all the above.
It was Jason and Coors Light in an apartment complex.
Nah.
And he hit a I guess we're calling it yellow poles now.
Right.
Wrapped it around that. And then you've got
so much to where the car was gone after that. We had to move on to number 3.
You had to move on.
It wasn't just like, let's go bang that out. You know what I mean? It wasn't like some Bondo on that. It was,
Bondo.
This was literally like call pick apart and come pick up my ride right now. 1-877.
What's that gap insurance or whatever paid out? I think gap insurance worked quite nicely on that. I think that was the only time I ever made my payments on time at that point. So it kind of worked.
Payments on time is overrated.
I mean, you got 30 days after to do that.
Yeah. Forget your credit, Jason.
I don't need no credit anyways, no more anyways. But hey, that's how my life's been over the last 6 weeks, fellas. So I want to give the spotlight here to the producer who does all the dirty work for us real quick. Unless just in case he has to jump off. He's got family, kids running around, I'm sure. So but hey, Chris, appreciate you coming on, dude, and hanging out. But I want to give the people a little something about, what thisisfunner.com and what This Is Funner, your brand that you built a few years ago is all about, if you want to tell them and give them a little lowdown.
Campaign for the people.
I'm running for office. No, I'm just kidding. No, This Is Funner is just, I produce online content. I specialize in podcasting, video or audio. When last time, I think I visited Stix in 2019, we were hanging out or something. Us and the boys were all hanging out and you're like, I need to start a podcast. Me and my boys, we talk a lot of shit. You'd be hilarious. I'm like, all right, and then COVID happened. We're all stuck at home. So we started it, so that was part of my plan after I decided that I was going to start This Is Funner. And This Is Funner is going to be a podcast platform or a content platform / production house. So I produce audio, video, TikTok videos, full long, live podcasts like this.
like this
one right here. And then, I have a cancer podcast so that we talk about, life and shitty things and sometimes make fun of them and drink with it. And, there's just a whole bunch of content up there for you just to check out. But if you were thinking about trying to launch something, he lives over here in Seattle and this guy lives over here in Tri-Cities and I live down in California. It's not like we have to live in the same place. I can help you launch one from wherever you're at. So You want to get into this shit? Let me know. This is funner.com.
And he does a hell of a job, baby. So
I'm doing audiobooks right now. So if you're a school and you want to do some audiobooks, or if you have a book that you wrote, self-produced, published, I'm sorry, I can do the audio for you. I use my wife for her voice. She's cheap labor.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of content on there at thisisfunner.com. You go to the page, there's merch, merch. There's all sorts of cool stuff on there. There's Sports Fix with Stix merch, like this shirt I got on right here. Get some of that. There's This Is Funner merch, all sorts of good stuff going on there too. So obviously check them out. We appreciate you, Chris. Thank you very much.
Yeah, every show that's up there is either some show that I have helped build or produce or make, or it's friends of mine that I've helped create with them. So everything up there is all, in a sense, family. So check it out. It's fun shit. Kids stuff, adult stuff. It's all there. I mean, no porn. No porn.
Yeah, these ain't those kind of categories. Not those kind of categories.
There's sports.
Right.
And then there's like Cobbler's Golf, which is a kid's fantasy show. And then Aiden's Arcade Academy, which is my son talking about video games. So, all the cool shit.
Hey. Yeah, they hit all platforms on there. There's all sorts of
electric cars,
different platforms on there to check out for sure. So, so we're on YouTube right now. Always follow Sports Fix with Stix and Not's Big Homie on YouTube. Subscribe, rate, review, all that stuff, right? Do all that. Any podcast platform you listen to, same with This Is Funner. All the podcasts are on all those platforms as well. So check it out, subscribe, rate, and review it there as well. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow the producer, this guy, Chris Donovan at Chris_Donovan on Twitter as well. And follow the Non's Big Homie. He's been on hiatus for a while. We're going to get to that in a second. Follow him at homie_Donovan. How you doing, Big Pharma Recovery homie?
Man, I don't know, man. Hey, what did Rick James say? Yes, he was talking about a different drug, but I mean, this is some hell of a drugs, man. It's some hell of a drugs. Okay, last time I'm pretty sure the last time y'all talked to you, I was proclaiming that Big Pharma homie was in the house because I was completely delirious and out of my damn mind off of the medication that they had given me. That is supposedly for people who are mentally depressed and whatnot, called Cymbalta. And by some measure, some scientists, some testing found that it relieves extreme joint pain in other situations, cancerous situations, blah, 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 right? I take the damn stuff, and y'all heard the pod. Y'all heard me. I look like I was lit, like I was just rolling with Snoop Dogg, motherfucking Willie Nelson, just rolling up big with Wiz Khalifa. Okay, I was out of it, dog, and that was a week straight. So I came off of it. To be honest with you, I came off it. I was like, this is wow, this is crazy. Because first of all, it messes up my husbandly duties, if you get what I'm saying. Little did I find out that was one of the major drawbacks to taking this medication. Okay, you can begin to handle your business. It will not stop your motivation, but you will never cross the finish line, brother. Okay, I don't give a damn what you do. Okay, you could be up in here thinking that this is Cirque du Soleil. You could be a damn acrobat. You could be doing the most. There is no finish line to be found. Boston Marathon, New York Marathon, LA Marathon. There's no finish line, bro. Just stack them up all together around the world in 80 days, bro. Okay. Any major voyage, okay, that you ever heard of. Constantine's voyage to Rome, Cleopatra, Mark Antony, all these long voyages over history. Okay. So I had to come down off that, bro, because it was just sad. You ain't never seen the look of a man's face with levels of dejection when you have to explain something like this to the person who you sleep with on a regular basis and try to make light of it and still save face. How do you do that? Now, y'all think deep within the levels of y'all head and how y'all would approach that situation, okay?
The funny part, that whole thing was at the beginning, the first 60 seconds, homie. All I could picture was a Cymbalta commercial in my head.
Oh, yeah,
you had the exact same flow of how they roll it out. I was dying.
They try to get you, bro. All these commercials that y'all see every day, from Ozempic to all the rest of them. I guarantee you, they all got problems that they don't tell you about on that damn commercial, bro. Okay.
Well, they kind of cover all of them, but except for a few, evidently.
Yeah, they must have slid. They slid that one right underneath the rug, bro. Because I called my doctor and he goes, "Yep, that is absolutely regular. That is exactly what most people report." And I said, "Ain't this about something?" I said, "My wife ain't having this, man." I said, "Hey, look, you messing my whole reputation up out here. Now I'm washed, I'm retired, I ain't out in the streets. I don't need that kind of reputation, but in the house is even worse because I got to deal with this between four walls, bro." Okay. So, but nevertheless, moving right along, blood levels and stuff is cool. I ain't all wild and out. I'm just trying to get rid of pain now. So the doctor is working with situations, and it looks like I might be on the road to recovery. So the big recovery homie is well down the road, making things happen. You know what I'm saying? And I might be back out here. You know what I'm saying? I did go outside without a mask on, without fear of catching antibodies from some joker breathing in my vicinity. So, yeah, my head is back right. So I don't feel like I'm about to die if somebody breathes as they walk by me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in those dangers no more. So I'm out here trying to see what's going on with everything in the world. But what happens to be good is that hiatus came perfect time. I was in the damn hospital, bro. See, look, I'm not even getting into all of this. What somebody positive got going on? They don't want to hear all of this. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
aplastic anemia, if you didn't know, is a mug, bro. That's all I'm saying.
What's it called again?
Aplastic anemia. I don't know if there's a foundation or anything for this, because I don't want to be the poster boy for the foundation or whatever. You know how they had the little kids with the St. Jude and all of that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be all of that, because it's only going to be 3 of us in the whole damn world. That's how rare the damn thing is. So there's going to be 3 people on the damn commercial, and they're going to be like, "Oh, we don't care about them 3 dudes. They could fall off. It's good." Yeah,
you buy a lottery ticket yet? Maybe luck's on your side, homie.
That'd be awesome. Win the lottery and give it to us.
Yeah, I wish I was that optimistic as an individual. My glass is always half empty. You know
that's why. Maybe that's why we get along so well. Although,
I'm trying to tell you, man. But yeah, so I jumped back on it. Okay, to make a long story short. Okay, and not a single hitch in the road, man. I feel probably about 35, 50% better. You know what I'm saying? I can bend over and pick up stuff without, feeling like Fred Sanford. I still walk a little gingerly. You know what I'm saying? I can't walk too far. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't huffing and puffing like I was. So, the pulmonary situation is popping. And I don't know, I almost feel like a 45-year-old dude now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, it was 75. Okay.
You know what you ain't gonna be doing though, even though you're starting to feel good. Don't get on that basketball court with old step boy there and let him work you. Because I already know, you're not that young, bro. He'll be out there working you. Because I tried to work him at Super Bowl with the arm wrestling. And it didn't work out very well for me. So I'm giving you a little heads up. Don't jump on
arm wrestling was your go-to, Stix?
Yeah, well,
Did rethink that?
It was after
12-year-old. Yeah.
Thought I could beat a 12-year-old. That didn't quite happen.
Yeah.
But that's neither here or there. So, well, good to have you back. Big pharma recovery, homie.
Yeah, I'm up in here.
Slayer, or whatever the hell you call it. So, hey, let's get to Barca. Homie wanted some good news. So let's just tell the people about Pasco's greatest basketball high school girls coach, who has nothing to do for the next 3 months, and whose wife already kicked me out of the house and said I'm not even available to be there. And I haven't been to the house yet.
Yeah, so Jason and I had we turned one up on Saturday. And we talked about it, and neither one of us, I think Jason said for sure we got an Uber home. We did not.
He's known for that.
We Ubered to the first spot because the wife was going to come meet us, and she left and went and did some other stuff. But yeah, all I know is we were having a great time, and we ended up with his uncle in a diviest of dive bars. And the next thing I know, it's Sunday morning. And next thing I know, it's like 10 a.m. Sunday morning. I'm trying to figure out how I got home, what went down.
Okay.
All I know is I didn't drive. So before anybody judges me, I took the Uber with Jason out of the house. I didn't take my car keys. All I know is magically I woke up on the couch downstairs, and then I woke up and went and talked to my wife, and the first words I got were, "You got to get your shit together." And then after that, it was a regular Sunday. But yeah, we Jason,
those are the words he hears every morning. By the way, he will hear every morning for the next 3 months.
And then today I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go have lunch with Jason. We're gonna talk about the script for the the podcast. And first, she wanted to know why we need a script. So I'm obviously she doesn't know a lot about podcasts. And then secondly, I was like, well, Jason and I are gonna go work this out XYZ. And she goes, as soon as I said, Jason, no drinking. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that to your face, but I mean, I'll tell you, no, it won't happen. But I knew when I left the house, I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's not going down. That's gonna happen. It's just I'm with Jason. And then I take Jason to one of my spots. And what's he do? Coors Light. You got like literally an entire bar with probably 500 bottles of liquor, 20 things on tap. What's Jason do? Can I get a Coors Light?
Have you not been here for the beginning of the podcast? All he buys is Ford Rangers.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I know.
Did he at least get a
Rangers
picture?
and Coors Light and Line and Kugel, baby.
I was trying.
Come on.
And then I took
one at a time. Come on.
I took him one of them, those wine and spirit spots where you can get whatever. I said, hey, man, they got a whole cooler of beer back there. Go get you. What's he come up with? A 24-pack of Coors Light. I mean, I know Jason well enough, but I'm like, man, you can't even expand your boundaries for 10 seconds. You can't get like just something else.
You can't broaden the horizons like that right away. I got to work myself into it right now. It's a whole new ballgame. I didn't say I was changing overnight, fellas. Yeah, changing, a little bit of a manner.
You're in your 40s. There's no changing it at a small amount
at all.
You either
for all you single girls out there checking, out the Sports Fix with Stix. I'm in my low 40s. So, hey, there's plenty of opportunity out there for y'all.
I got you.
We're the same age, though.
This fool can't even try a new beer, bro.
He
got a 3 beer solid rotation, right?
Absolutely.
He don't even have a top 5. When he's feeling froggy, like when he's feeling fresh and feeling good about himself, he breaks out. That doesn't exist.
He asked me, me being 48 years old, he asked me, because he did. So you know what? You're right. He asked me about that, because I told him a couple times with all the shipping issues, I walk into my spots and the first thing they say is, hey, man, we ain't got no makers. And so they'll be like, you want Knobs Creek? I'm like, no. So he did ask me, what happens if you go in and they don't have makers? And I said, usually I'll just get a beer. And he goes, well, what if, because I'll just say Coors Light. He goes, what happens if they don't have Coors Light or makers? I'm like, I'll get a glass of red wine. Like, my point being, I've got classes of, I got this. If you don't have it, I'll move here. You don't have that, I'll move there. Jason's just like, give me Coors Light or a fucking glass of water.
And pouring up like water. Pouring up like water. He'll never be out of the shit that he wants.
In my defense, I did say I need to start drinking whiskey somehow on the rocks like the real men do. But you just can't change overnight. It's gonna take a minute or two, all right?
And I told you start with Pendleton, because that's the closest thing whiskey has to water. Start with Pendleton. That'll get you going to be. I can't touch that shit anymore.
I'd say make some more money before you start bouncing into the bourbon bowl.
Probably a good idea. I might need to get a job first. So get a job.
Well, the funny part is you keep saying I need a job, but you're still on the Lid's payroll. Like, you even went into the store and introduced yourself.
Hey, I got to start somewhere. Got to at least get a paycheck coming here a little bit,
So you're trying to do that?
Well, I am attempting to. I'm gonna be Pablo part-timer around here, bro.
Man, Pablo, I told you need to take your ass down to the plant and be living like Homer Simpson, bro. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing, man? Sling some nuclear materials.
You have multiple people that can get you into that plant at like $30 an hour with benefits to start.
Hey, as long as there's no hard labor involved, I'm in. I got this bum shoulder, bro. I can't be doing that.
Go ask your boy Joe. He hasn't done hard labor in his life. He's making, whatever amount to pay off a house in 10 years.
He allergic to money.
Yeah.
This guy. All right, enough of the nonsense bullshit talk.
Well,
Hey, Chris, you wanna chop this one down and then refire it up, and then we'll go on a commercial break here, and then we'll get into the real talk here, or the sports talk shit.
Yeah, let's chop it down. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Log back in 5.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to log out, honestly, because I got to put the
You
dog
probably
in the
don't
house.
have to. I'll log out, log back in. Peace out.
All right, thanks, bro. Appreciate you. ThisFunner.com.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
You're listening to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
On a worksheet on TV.
Straight up, it becomes like I remember when I was in elementary school, read this chapter and answer the questions at the end. It's like one of those situations, right?
Exactly what it is.
Yep.
All right, and now I didn't ask Chris, am I good? Because I put the umbrella up, so I don't know if I'm too dark now.
Yeah, you're straight. Yeah, okay. What are you fat guy getting a little hot out there in the sun, or what?
Oh, dude, I probably sweated off the entire thing we did at Twigs today, so.
Wow, and a cloud in the sky behind you, bro. That's right.
Hey,
is it still 100 out there or what?
No, we dropped down
it's only like 85.
But it was so Monday was 105, Tuesday was 85, and a like 30-mile-an-hour windstorm and 85 degrees. So just imagine that hot air blowing at 30 miles an hour.
I was telling this fool, we went from 95 that one day to literally 65 and sprinkling the next day.
Yeah. So, and at this point, because I forgot last year at this point, we were heading to San Diego, so we missed the first heat wave. Somebody posted on Facebook from the Tri-Cities that last year, we actually outdid Phoenix for the entire 7-day week.
Yeah, that's when we was in the 100, 106 or some shit here.
Yeah, Pasco was at like 115, 120 last year at this time. So
yeah, I took a trip to go see my mother-in-law. She's in Lake Chelan, and we had a Airbnb in Wenatchee. Yo, bro, I thought I was about to die. G, it was literally it was 111. The house said it was 111 outside.
Yeah, if you don't have AC on the eastern side of Washington, you're in trouble. Not yet. You don't make it through the eastern Washington summers without AC, man.
Make sure y'all got the water hose handy, because everything be lighting up on fire like yearly around that piece. It seemed like, because it was the whole air, the whole atmosphere for like miles from Chelan to Wenatchee was just smoke, bro. I was smoking. It was like smoking cigarettes, man.
Yeah, that's why I pay Senski and everybody else to come out and fertilize this mug. All my stuff is dark green. That's why I don't want any fireworks this week landing in my yard starting a fire.
Well, your neighbor, Joe, may be setting his greenhouse on fire or whatever he's building out the backyard. You never know. His plants might go up and smoke.
Hey, big homie. I don't care if Joe sees this one. I love Joe, but I don't care if he sees this one. So we try to get our boy Joe, who's our mutual friend that introduced the two of us 20 plus years ago, to go out with us Saturday. Okay. Joe's my age, 48. Got a living girlfriend. Here's his response. And I love this man, but here's his response.
Put him on
right
blast.
now, I'm building a greenhouse in my backyard. We got this going in the house. And then here's what caught me, the last two sentences. Thursday night, I was at the Flow Rider TI concert with my girl, and I'm just too old to be hanging out. I was like, wait a minute, what? Now the greenhouse and other things going on, I get it. But you going to rap concerts on Thursday. But Saturday, you too old. You too old to go hang out with your boys. Why not just say you're too tired? Why say you're too old? Why say I went to a rap concert Thursday? 48 hours later, I'm too old to hang out and get a drink. Just say you're too tired, bro.
His crunk level needs to recharge. So he had burnt it all at the Flow Rider. He was dropping. He was the apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur.
Which, by the way, I'm turning my back right here and I'm pointing because as loud as I'm getting, he's right on the other side of that white fence. So if he's in his backyard right now, he's heard everything I just said about him.
What up?
That's literally old boy's house too. That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Peeking over the side like Wilson.
Hey, he can make a cameo if he goes right in the.
Yeah, he's just got to put on the headphones and stand right back there in the corner, and he's good.
Yeah, he can hear it. So, hey,
by the way,
fellas,
that's how big the yard is. When I told you how cheap housing is over here, that mug goes about 200 feet back for $800 a month.
Oh yeah, you guys had a little debate about that. Hey, you remember Barcott? We did have that talking. You know, this motherfucker is looking up houses the next day or that day, and he texts me. He's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And where was that? Where's the city that you pulled up, homie? It was like Mattawa or something.
Yeah,
it was. I said, "No, dude, this."
Mattawa's out in the valley. Yeah, that's out in the valley with all.
He pulled up some nonsense. I was like, "Nah, bro, that's
you might run into the cartel out in the valley. There's a lot of stuff gets run through the valley. Mattawa and whatnot with the cartel. Yeah, that's one of those places you drive by and don't go into because you might look, hey, population 2,000. Yeah, your ass might get shot though, because that's where the cartel
narcos hanging out.
That's where the narco 2,000.
My homie Anthrax
3,500.
So yeah, this fool sent me something that was not even in the zip code. I was like, "Brah, wrong."
Yeah, I was like, "What is they talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, these dudes are stripping. They was out there selling some bullshit dreams." I transposed some digits or something and came up with somewhere else. I was like, "Yeah, these dudes are wilding out." But they don't even look like nowhere I would be.
And I'm gonna jump off on this, Jason. I hate to step on your toes, but you wanted me to bring this up, and I'm gonna bring it up because anonymous, you were texting while we were eating. The KD thing. So let's break this down. Kyrie.
Let's get into it.
The Nets. Kyrie opts into the Nets. Was that Tuesday? Was it Monday or Tuesday? He announced he's opting in.
I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday, day before yesterday. Yeah.
Now, does not tell the Nets because that was yesterday's news. So so Tuesday, because I know Wednesday morning on First Things First and whatnot. The Colin Cowherd, even though Colin's out. So I get to look at my girl Joy that I love. Everything was about Kyrie's opting in.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, about noon today, remember, KD was upset. KD put out the message where I thought Kyrie was going to actually go to the Lakers because KD posted some stuff that was very past tense.
Yeah,
I think it is. We'll get to that. I agree. That's what I'm getting to. But KD posted some stuff that was very past tense before Kyrie opted in. He made the message, the post that the Nets never got to know Kyrie. That's very past tense. This is before Kyrie opts in. And there's the Lakers are the only team interested. Will he do it? Whatever. And then he opts in. And then 48 hours later, KD says, I want out. Here's my theory. Kyrie never told the Nets, and this is truth, this is not my theory, this is facts. He never told the Nets he was opting in. They found out like the rest of us on ESPN, Twitter, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, because it was some trade options was the first thing that was mentioned. I want to go here, and here.
And I'm going to tell you, I think they had a trade they wanted, and then he opted in. And now they were like, wait a minute. And here's why I say the Lakers, and you and I agree with this, because the Lakers cannot afford the $36 million option.
No.
And I think they had a deal on the table. And when he opted in, I think the reason KD wanted to trade today is I think internally, and I told Jason this at lunch, obviously it has not gone public because no one's heard about it. But I think internally, the only reason, because I can't think of another reason, Anonymous, where KD would get Kyrie back and then want out. Unless internally the Nets had made it clear, we don't want Kyrie, we're shipping. And so I think the Nets had a deal with the Lakers before he opted in because the Lakers can't afford the $36 million. So I think they had a deal before he opted in. We're going to do X, Y, Z, whatever money has to move on the tables, you can have it. And then when he took the $36 million option, fucking trade blow up. And now they're at the whole fuck, what do we do now? And then they just made it clear, at least in the locker room, clearly they have not made it public. But I cannot fathom a reason that KD would continue throughout the Kyrie saga in this offseason to lament about bringing Kyrie back. And then 48 hours after he's back, he's like, I want out. Unless he knows something we don't know.
Of course he knows something that we don't know. Of course he knows
Kyrie's
something.
on the move.
KD didn't wake up this morning and choose trade. This wasn't brand new because guess what? KD got a list too. So you're trying to tell me I woke up this morning and said, no, I want to go to Phoenix or I want to go to blah, 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 or Miami or whatever's on KD's list, right? This wasn't today's situation. So him and Kyrie have already got something in motion to where it's already been agreed upon that they was going to play together and come to this team. They put that whole thing together in order to make that team happen. The James Harden experiment and what happened with Ben Simmons, that's all after. It was about these two dudes and these two dudes solely going to Brooklyn. Okay. And they've always wanted to play with each other. So if one ain't going to be there, Kevin Durant don't harbor no hard feelings against this dude because he was there every game, giving it up after major injury. He played the whole damn season, give or take whatever a player generally takes off. He's not pissed about Kyrie's situation, though. While the world is, the world got feelings. They got opinions about how Kyrie acted, the reasons for him being gone, how many games he was gone. They have reasons for all of this. But nevertheless, Kyrie is nice. That's undeniable. Nobody can say that Kyrie is not nice. He is the one who gave LeBron a chip with that shot made in those finals. Okay. So it was Kyrie who already put LeBron over the hump one time. So anyway, nevertheless, I'm getting off track a little bit. But KD, the writing was on the wall. He says, dude, hey, I'm about to go in, opt in, get this money, and I am not staying here. I am not staying here. I'm not playing here regardless. Not one more game. KD says, I got to do something because I didn't even want to come here unless it was us.
And KD's stuck for 3 more years minimum. So
under contract. So
okay, so that brings
and
that
he
brings
doesn't
me to
have
this.
a trade situation either. He doesn't have one of those player exceptions. He don't have a trade clause, nothing like that. So this deal that he has got is 3 years left in full.
Right.
Right.
And
So,
here's
everything has to match salary for salary wherever he's going.
Right.
So be on the lookout, bro. The Lakers could have LeBron, KD, Kyrie Irving, and damn Anthony Davis, bro, next year. That could it could sound that it could be that stupid.
By the way, with Kyrie opting in, now every trade has to go, man. And Jason, I'll let you in for a minute, but my point is now too is with KD now demanding trade, Kyrie now takes a back seat. Because why
everybody's
the Kyrie drama? Because now that KD wants out, I told Jason jokingly, if I'm the Lakers, I give you LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and 25% of the franchise, and I'll just roll with AD, KD, and whatever else we got. And the Brooklyn Nets can literally have 25% of the control of my franchise. I still got KD and AD long term, and that's so I realize I'm not going to trade LeBron.
Yeah, but LeBron ain't going.
My point being, the Lakers would move. It won't even be Westbrook. I could see the Lakers getting in on KD before they get in on Kyrie. Now that KD's off it, because I could see the Lakers saying, "Hey, yo, we'll give you AD, and we'll give you XYZ, whatever else you want, You can have Anthony Davis and these other pieces because we know you're going to move Kyrie. Let's not pretend. Don't come back at us talking about, oh, well, what if Kyrie's hurt and AD's always hurt? Let's not pretend you're keeping Kyrie if you're trading KD. If you're trading KD, you're trading Kyrie.
It's done.
So we'll give you Anthony Davis and a couple, and obviously the Lakers have draft picks that are like 5 years back. But we'll give you, AD, maybe to Russell Westbrook if you want to, get that expiring contract, because you could just trade, you could flip Russell to Michael Jordan and the Hornets, who seem to want him bad, for Terry Rozier. But we'll give you AD, Westbrook. You could flip Westbrook to Michael Jordan, who's already been talking to the Lakers about Terry Rozier, who I think is a good player, but hey. And then you do whatever you got to do with Kyrie. You still have Anthony Davis. It's not like your cupboard is naked. And I'm going to tell you, LeBron and KD would be nasty. Now, I don't believe that's going to happen, but that would be devastating in the NBA. You don't need a third player for that.
I think it's more likely. I mean, I don't see the KD situation. I mean, to be honest,
I agree.
Because what will happen is, because Kyrie still can, whatever team he gets traded to, he could still take a buyout. I heard that $5 million on a buyout, and he could be up out of there from whatever team anyway. Right. So that could be the situation for him, and he could start off afresh. But the Lakers don't have the bread until next year. They have to get rid of under the cap is next year. So right now it would have to be all of these salaries.
Yeah, next year it's literally AD and one other player. Because people forget LeBron's done this year too in LA. It's literally Anthony Davis and one other player, and then they got 10 slots. So I know what you're saying. That's why I would say the Lakers have to get rid of Westbrook to make either one of these happen.
It's going to be Westbrook. Kyrie. It's going to be Westbrook on the
Westbrook's gone.
One of those moves is going to include Westbrook going to the Knicks. Because one thing that I was hearing today on NBA, the NBA channel on Sirius Satellite Radio, was after what happened with Kyrie. Okay, Brian Marks, Sean Marks is his last name. Okay, I'm the first name.
It's
I don't know.
Sean.
There we go. So he's the dude, right? And he said at the end of the season, after closing interviews have already happened, we want guys moving forward that are going to be available, ready to play, and giving it up for the team. Those are the kind of guys he wants. Now he's clearly not talking about KD. You know who he's talking about in that situation. Oh, yeah. So if I want to go back to making sure I have that, there's no guy that's about to give you more mustard and spark than Russell Westbrook. You ain't never questioned Russell Westbrook giving up energy, effort, and putting it all on the floor, cliche style, every single time out. He's gonna dunk on everybody, but if you can play around the way his style of game
he's also going to shoot
best
3
utilized.
For 26 from
That's
the
what
field.
I'm saying. You got to put him in a situation to where his skills are best utilized, and then you could move forward. And I bet you the Nets at this point, the Nets is thinking, okay, they could let Russell Westbrook, with the haul of whatever they get back, run that team for them. You know what I'm saying? Dribble the ball up with whatever they get back and be all right. I don't think AD has to leave the Lakers, right? For them to minimally get Kyrie. Okay, because I think that's already a done deal, because there's already whispers and people talking about Kyrie said he wants to play with the same jersey that Kobe wore. Okay, that's already been out there.
And he and LeBron have already. That's why people thought he might take the $6 million exception, because LeBron and he have been in their ears so much.
Exactly.
I'll make the long story short. I would be shocked. I'm not going to be Jason guaranteeing the Mariners win 100 games, but I'd be shocked if Kyrie's not a Laker when they tip it off in October. I'd be shocked. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'd be shocked if he's not a Laker. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he's definitely not ending the season with. He's definitely going to end the season with the Lakers, because by the time trade deadline, worst case scenario, if they sitting here in some wild holding pattern, KD's gone, but Kyrie is still there. He's bullshitting, not trying to play minimal games as possible. You know what I'm saying? The least amount of games as possible. Trade deadline comes, he's on the Lakers, no doubt.
That's exactly what we talked about, right, Barcott? We chopped it up a little bit about this. Like, Kyrie signed it so he get the money. He doesn't want to play there, and now that KD opted in or wants a trade, Kyrie probably won't ever see the floor. He'll just sit there until, like you said, homie, the trade deadline. If KD's already in LA, and then somehow magically Kyrie will end up in LA one way or another, like you guys both said. Isn't that in retrospect what's really going to happen right now?
So the
like
funny
both
part
there
is
one way or another.
the funny part is if Kyrie didn't opt in, the Brooklyn Nets have all the leverage because, as everybody said, NBA insiders and whatever else were saying, no one wants to do a sign and trade right now with Kyrie and the Nets. Right? The Lakers only had the $6 million exception. So Kyrie would have to like opt out and then leave $30 million off the table after just leaving like $20 million on the table for not getting the vaccine. So he'd have to agree to lose $50 million in 2 years. However, he opts in
36.
Now, 36 million. And it's the last year.
Yep.
Now you got to move. Now I have the leverage because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not fucking signing your bullshit contract next year. Now you got to trade him because you, just like everybody said, you can't just let Kyrie walk. Well, now Kyrie has put your back to the wall. Now you got to let me walk or you got to trade. It's absolute now. There's no more, is he going to opt in? And now that KD has requested a trade, and by the way, the GM has said he's working on the trade with him. So KD will 100% be traded. The Nets have already said, I saw it on the ESPN. They've already said, we're working on a deal. That doesn't mean they have anything imminent, but they've agreed, okay, we'll trade you. So now that they've agreed, they're going to move KD. They can't just let Kyrie walk. So now Kyrie has all the leverage. Yeah. He's gone from no leverage to all the leverage. So now you're right. They will have to, because if Kyrie walks in, because they're going to trade KD. And if Kyrie walks in and says, I want to play with LeBron, well, now guess what? The Lakers say, I don't have the money, but you go find the 13. The Lakers don't even have to worry about it. Brooklyn, you go find the 13. Because either way, because we already know the Lakers have everybody, including LeBron, off the books after the season. It's AD and a nobody. We can just go sign them for free next year. Or you go find a third team to make the money work and you get something back in compensation. Or he's just going to come to LA for free next year and we'll just run with Kyrie, AD, and whoever else we sign because the Lakers are about to have flush cash. They're going to be shitty this year, but they're about to have flush cash. So we'll either just sign them next year.
They can make that move.
Yeah.
We'll either sign for nothing or you go find a third team to make the money work because now Kyrie's in charge.
If I'm running that joint, I'm talking about executives. I don't play these games of, you know, how it always comes up with certain players in regards to contracts on that last year, whether they going to stay or not. Should this team go get something for them or do they let them leave for nothing? I ain't never been on the side of leave empty handed. No, I'm getting something. If I'm the executive, I'm getting something every single time out. I'm not even mad at nobody. Yep, I'm not mad at nobody. Me and the player, we could be cool. I'll tell you straight to your face.
100%.
I'm getting something for you right now because I guarantee you the Nets don't even want to start this season with either one of them on the roster one way or another. Both of them dudes is gone, but Kevin Durant is going to take center stage on this because everybody who had a free agent deal, I don't give a damn if you're a rookie and at midnight or whatever time they said 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time when rookies can sign an extension. If your name is Zion, your ass might be involved in this whole situation too right now. Kevin Durant just pulled his Tom Brady card out. Okay, he's not playing with everybody. Stop while I'm trying to do my thing right now. The world stops right now. LeBron did that to the world before too. Everything is stopped. Ain't nobody gonna think about going nowhere until this Kevin Durant situation happens first. Because if Kevin Durant truly does go to Phoenix, I think the Nets are definitely pulling that trigger immediately. Give me whatever you're going to give me and incentives, money, cash, picks, whatever, Lakers, wherever he wants to go, get them up out of here. They won't start the season fresh so they can get people training camp, blah, 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 because that shit comes quick, okay?
You know what?
Summer League is coming too. Summer League starts 2 weeks.
This is a dark horse for KD. It's a dark horse. But who is flush with the young talent that's cheap and has an owner that will pay? No, wait a minute, because the owner has already done it. He's already paying over the cap now. Who do you think KD would go back to?
That's what I
Back
knew
to
you.
it.
I knew you were saying this. I knew you might bring this up because, okay, so peep this
I'm
out.
not talking OKC. So peep this I'm
out.
not talking OKC. I'm talking Golden State.
Golden State. Okay, so peep
Because
this
Golden
out.
State. Because guess what? Golden State. What did everybody say after they won?
Hey, you
the
guys
championship?
got 3 minutes to wrap this up because we got 20 more minutes to talk about a bunch of other shit before we get into the real talk of MLB.
Okay,
Hey,
so
this
Golden
is news
State,
of the day. This is what's gonna spin the wheel right here.
Golden State. What's everybody talking about? Man, they could be so dominant the next 3 or 4 years because they got these young cats. They're coming up. They can wing defend. You got this
And
guy.
homie
do that.
called it, by the way.
And they can do. Homie did call it, and they've got all these young.
Nobody
kids,
wants to play those fools.
all these young kids who just showed out in the championship that can play, plus Wiseman, and you've got an owner that will flat out pay over the cap, the penalty in the NBA. He don't care. He's been doing it for years. People forget Golden State's owners. He's like the LA Rams owner. He's just, I'll pay the taxes. You know why? Because I sell out the stadium and I get all that concession money. So all that money I'm paying to the NBA, I get it back and then some. I make more money than Milwaukee. I make more money than Miami. Their teams are great too, but guess what? My stadium's sold out constantly, and my stadium's bigger. I got more money because Silicon Valley. I can do this shit. I guarantee you, I'm not saying he goes to Golden State, but they're a player because they got the players, they got the draft picks, and they got the owner that will absolutely eat the money because that concession stand will fill his pockets up and then some.
Vegas odds are already out. I'm glad you brought this up because I wanted to go take a peek and see what was really popping. Your wild card, dark horse of Golden State, Vegas already has that destination at plus 2,000 for KD to land in Golden State. The favorite, as it stands right now, is Miami, believe it or not, at plus 300. Some other notable cats on the list is Phoenix, plus 500 to go there. Portland plus 650 since Dame want to get his Photoshop together out here acting like, oh, that's a real possibility. It's not. And then you have the Lakers at plus 1,500. So Vegas is already on it. So Vegas is steering everybody to Miami. Oh, I forgot Memphis too at plus 500 because apparently it's been a little bit of Ja Morant and Kevin Durant Twitter activity in the last couple of days, liking and all of this other shit that people be following with what people be doing on there.
And I get all that. I get all that. But Golden State has the players.
Yeah.
They've got young, inexpensive players.
The proof is in the pudding. They've did it. They've done it.
And Golden State has an owner that's like, I don't need to fucking match up the money because people forget that. It's like the Rams. People keep asking how the Rams make all that money. It comes down to if I make enough concession stands, and it's the home games. If I make enough money at home on my home games, then I can guarantee. That's the NFL. I can guarantee the guaranteed money comes off what I make on my own.
Lucky Land Casino asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
So if I can guarantee all this money, then I can fuck your salary cap. I can navigate around
luxury tax, pay it, whatever.
And the Golden State Warriors
the
owner
Dodgers.
has already been on the record. He's been paying over the He's been paying over the books for years. You think he wouldn't bring KD back? And he's got the players, and he doesn't even have to do a whole bunch of draft picks because he can give you 2 or 3 solid, legit players that could start in Brooklyn right now. And then I can give you some draft picks.
Kids
I don't
under
have
22.
I don't have to give you 5 first-round draft picks. I can give you 2, and then 3 studs.
Yeah.
I already got Steph Curry, Draymond, Clay. Jordan Poole's a free agent. I could sign him after I get KD back.
Everybody that Golden State got in their 3 down seasons, from Wiseman to Moses Moody to
they had the
Jordan
kid whose
Poole.
name I can't. And there's a kid whose name I can't pronounce, but he's a great wing defender. It starts with a K, I think, but he's got a weird name.
Belicia's out there. Kuminga went from straight high school to G League, and he's a monster. He's a monster.
And by the way, Jordan Poole's a free agent. They could send Kuminga, Wiseman, a couple other kids, and maybe 2 first-round picks. I'll pay KD's money, and guess what? I can still go re-sign Wiggins. Wiggins is a free agent. I don't have to trade. I can re-sign Wiggins and bring him back.
All right, we got plenty of time for NBA talk later in the season.
No, that's probably
done with
enough.
this shit right now.
That's probably enough.
I think that
we're gonna get into a few things before we get into the last seg. Which is gonna be NFL, just for you boys know, NFL and MLB. We're gonna, because I know we're gonna go on and on about NFL and MLB.
Do you really want to talk about MLB as a Mariners fan?
Yes, I do. Because I got some scenarios for y'all.
Unless he just disappointing. He wants to do Telestrator on the fight versus the Angels.
Another thing that me covered. Another thing that Anon's big homie called was the Colorado Avalanche to win the Lord Stanley Cup, because he said that if it wasn't his Florida Panthers down in the Eastern Conference, right?
Yeah.
The only team that could give him Colorado a run for their money was his Florida Panthers that he had a ticket on. So shout out to the Colorado Avalanche for bringing back. And if you haven't seen the series on ESPN 30 for 30 Inevitable,
I think.
Inevitable. That was sick. I watched that the other night. It's pretty dope.
That's real old school hockey right there. Yeah, I just heard the audio on the ESPN Daily podcast because I just was in a car, and I told you I was outside of my daughter's practice the other day, and it just sounds crazy just for audio, just them describing it. You know what I'm saying? If I get a chance to see it, I'm definitely gonna see that, because I'm talking about flying punches they're describing. Okay, drop kicks.
And it's dope.
Yo,
they had Claude Lemieux and freaking
shout out to Peter Forsberg,
Mark McSorley.
Oh,
that's not even who it was.
Marty McSorley wasn't involved. It was
it was
Stevie Eiserman wasn't involved. It was McCarty.
That's who it was. McCarty. They had McCarty and Lemieux on the same stage chilling. Yeah. And talking about busted. It, and they were chilling, talking about it. Buried the hatchet. Interesting 30 for 30. So check it out.
Told you, hockey is a mug, man.
Yeah. We also have, and I don't want to talk about this yet because we have time. What? Adrian Peterson versus Le'Veon Bell, July 30th at Crypto.com Arena with the boxing gloves on. Stay tuned. I'm sure nobody will watch that.
You know how I feel about this damn celebrity bullshit, man. Come on, dog.
Yeah.
Get this up out of here.
I do need people to hit me up, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch this. UFC 274 on Saturday. 276 on Saturday is going to be dope. Stay tuned. We're going to get into some UFC here soon, I hope, and I believe we're going to work on it now that I have ample time on my hands. We'll get into that, but check out UFC 276 on Saturday. Adesanya, the style bender versus the Killer Gorilla for the championship middleweight title bout. And you also have a trilogy of Volkanovski and Max Blessed Holloway on that card as well. Lots of good fights. Sugar Sean O'Malley on there as well. And I had enough time to get into it, but peep it out and let me know. Hit me up. You all know my number, 425-220-9513. Yeah, I just put it out there. Let me know where you're at.
So all right, Mike Jones.
So 2 things. Nobody watches three things. Nobody's watching the USFL, but it's Championship Sunday for the USFL. The Birmingham Stallions versus the Philadelphia Stars. Homie, we gave them a shot.
I mean,
We
look,
tried to.
the thing is, I think that a lot of these secondary leagues, when they come out, what I think that they forget is you could have as many gimmicks as you want. If you don't have any level of star power, they really missed the mark by having all the games in one stadium, bro. That's number one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now
No
they're going to Canton,
legitimate.
Ohio for their final game,
Yeah.
which is now what they need to do. But how you have all the games in one area, you're not going to get people from the same area to go to all games all weekend.
If all I'm doing is presenting football, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And look at the lengths that college athletics and college football goes to when we're talking about putting on a football game. We talking about bands, mascots, flames, arrows, mad hundreds of thousands of people in the stands. That is why people watch college football. It's not just because it's any football, okay? Because other than that, it's just because I'm a regional guy. This college is by my house, okay? But what makes me want to watch Alabama that ain't nowhere near me? Why? Because the shit be crunk, the band be popping, and then of course they get good players and all of this. We know this. The USFL has no entertainment value in there. So literally, I'm watching a stripped down, poor man's version of a NFL or a football educational learning tape, basically. You know what I mean? Because I'm not watching the best guys do it. So even when a play works out and it looks like it's going smooth, somebody drops the ball. It's not like not like an easy catch. You know what I mean? So
defense was the key in that league
exactly
right there.
What was
so
happening.
And we'll figure out later on how the XFL is going to do this. Are they going to go to teams? Are they going to go to cities and actually travel and play?
No, wait a minute. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, it's not the right thing.
From this.
It's not the right thing to do. Here's why.
Fireworks or something.
It's not the right thing to do to travel city to city when you're not the NFL. Because you brought this up about the USFL having all these months ago about USFL having Philly and New Jersey, but everybody plays in Birmingham. The reason they did it is the NFL was smart, just like the WNBA when it opened up. Small market, keep it short, don't overexpand, don't spend too much money because then you're going to lose money. You're going to have to shut it down. So why is everything played in Birmingham, Alabama? Because taxes. They ain't got to pay a whole lot of taxes down there. They can get stuff for cheap. They can get the stadiums cheap. And then you put all the teams down there. You could house everybody cheaper in Birmingham. You could house them in LA, Las Vegas, New York. And then you keep but what it is, your overhead is small. So now if the overhead's small, they're thinking long term. Maybe 5 years from now, we expand. Okay, 5 years from now, we let the team, we don't add teams, but in 5 years, we let the teams go to their cities. And then we add travel. That's where all the other leagues, XFL, the original.
Now that you say that, I think the XFL is going to be in Texas. They're in Texas. And that's where they're doing all their stuff, and their headquarters and everything is in Texas. And I believe they're going to do the same thing that the USFL did. Now that you say that, Barcott,
I'm less mad about the travel situation. The only reason I was thinking about that for just fan purposes, you know what I mean? Because
100%
purposes. But outside of that, where's the entertainment value in that broadcast? Or if I happen to make it to Birmingham to go visibly be on hand.
And you're 100% right. I think what the NFL is thinking long term. So you're right now, and the NFL knows that. They're thinking long term. How do we expand this? Because they're going to turn this into a massive NBA G League, but it's going to be more televised, and it's going to make them more money than the G League makes in the NBA.
I like that.
Right? And that's why they start small, and then in 5 years, if we built up enough money through savings, we'll expand. That's where the other professional football leagues have failed. They try to not go at the NFL, but they try to go, okay, everybody's at their own cities. We're traveling. We're paying checks, whatever. The NFL finally got involved in it, which is the NFL has some issues, Deshaun Watson and whatnot we'll get into. But when it comes to making money, the NFL knows how to make money. They know how to make money, and they know how not to lose money. And so that's why I think they started in Birmingham, start small. Let's see if this works. They got in with ESPN and Fox Sports, and they're both doing highlights every day on all their shows. Now we get people interested. Maybe in 2 years we expand a little bit, spend a little bit more, see if we make more. But the NFL is not going to throw money away to make money. So that's why I think they started small. I do think they grow. I think they made the right decision. I don't think the XFL on its third attempt is going to make it. I think because they don't have the NFL back.
Man, if I'm the damn CEO, president, or whatever of NBC, Fox, whatever, that's airing this bullshit, in a minute, I'm not gonna be able to charge what I normally be charging for these advertisements because I don't have the viewership to back up what I'm trying to charge for these Tide commercials. You know what I'm saying? So there's you still have, if you're going to put it on nationally televised, put televised TV, which is the reason why the WNBA doesn't get money or on equal footing. That's why women's soccer, even as badass as they are, don't be on national TV like that for a soccer league. You know what I mean? Because nobody's watching, okay? And why isn't anybody watching is because the product is, to people's opinion, is inferior than the other product that they could be watching. Unfortunately, it's all in the category of the men's game on any of these sports, right? And it's a sad thing because me and Stix was talking about this offline about the disparity between women's professional sports and men's professional sports was that's a conversation in itself, which everybody, this the month being of Title IX and all of that, and they're talking about this heavy right now. But again, even if it's a TV show, they will cancel a TV show real quick if that shit's not bubbling, okay? Because they have to get money from Gillette and Old Spice and all these people who wants to pay these money for these commercials. If you're not, if you don't have the viewership to back that shit up, you're canceling that shit and you're gonna put something else on. So I just think that they have a problem with not necessarily the talent, because the guys are the guys, right? But you got to wrap something around the guys. You know what I'm saying? AEW and used to be TNA wrestling. They had a whole bunch of people, but they wrap something else around it because they're not the WWE.
But did you watch the ESPN 1996 women's basketball thing? The women's
I did.
And
I done watched more TV than a mug, boy.
What did David Stern tell them when they said, wait a minute, we got to travel, we got to fly? And what did he say? You're not going to lose a dime. The NBA is going to cover it. I promise you, the NFL, that's the only reason the XFL or USFL right now is getting as much notoriety as it is in terms of airtime. Not TV ad time. They're not making money. Because I promise you, Roger Goodell said, the NFL will back all of this.
It's in the part of the NFL.
NFL is part of the NFL TV package.
I could see that.
Cover it. We'll cover it. You don't lose shit. We pay for it because the NFL has they're not stupid. The NFL makes a lot of money considering when you look at it, outside of baseball steroids in the late 90s and 2000s, the NFL's probably had more controversies than any other league, but they just keep making money.
We'll get into that.
Because they know how to make money, and now they've got all this money. They know how to say, hey, listen, I need you to do me a solid. Put this on TV. You're not going to lose a cent. You tell the ad people, pay for their ads. Trust me. Guess what the Goodell did? If you have an ad for a USFL game, the NFL will cut you a deal for the NFL ad Sundays. We'll just cut you a deal. Now the NFL is still going to make money on it. It's not like they're giving money away. But if I need $8 million for your ad and I charge you 15, I'll let you get away at the USFL for 1 million, and over here I'll give you 10 million. At the end of the day, I'm still getting 11 million for an $8 million ad. I still made $3 million.
The NFL got so many. They got so many revenue streams, man.
So if you guys want to make money, here's your options. Join the Live Golf.
How y'all feel about that, though? Do y'all feel some kind of way about this?
Or do you just stay in the PGA era?
Yeah.
And make money in the PGA? Because
how you feel about it?
You want to be the best player in the game.
You can't be the best player in the game in the USFL. If I was LeBron and I was in the alternate, the ABA, the G League with the G League, I can't be the best player in the world. Even if I just post up here, do I have to go play with these guys?
Not right now. Not right now. You can't be the best player in the. As of what I've heard, is you
look
can't
at how
be the
many
best
dudes is
player in
over there
America.
playing live. Look at how many people over there playing.
If you're
live.
in live, they only play 7 tournaments a year. However, if you guys haven't noticed, they got paid to go play there.
That's what I'm saying.
However,
that's the trick.
You gonna turn down a check? Who turning down a check?
And here's
let me say this real quick. So you finished 48th.
Get my check.
You finished 48th in a live tournament, which you only have to play 7 times a year, and you get over $100,000. You finish in the PGA Championship that was played in the end of May. You get 48th place. Guess what your payout is?
Probably not.
32,000.
And I got paid to come.
And you got paid to go there.
Thank you. So that's the difference. The PGA, they're like the NCAA right now. They didn't realize NIL money because they were too fucking archaic. PGA is archaic.
Oh, that's a whole.
They don't realize I'm going to lose golfers because Live is paying golfers to show up. You don't get paid in the PGA unless you're Tiger Woods. You don't get paid in the PGA to show up. You got to go out and earn that money. You got to go out and get your own, advertisement.
These fools have entry fees. They're entries to get into these.
Exactly. They got to pay to get there. Which, if you're Tiger Woods, obviously it's covered. But again, that's a different. There's dudes that have won PGA tournaments that had to pay to get there. Live, there's guys that got literally, they've said it on talk shows. There's dudes that got $200 million who just show up. Doesn't matter what you do.
They offered Tiger almost a billion, wasn't it?
Yeah,
almost a billion to go.
But Tiger's already a billionaire, so I get it. At some point, when you got $1 billion, another billion's not going to entice me to go to work. You know what I'm saying? If I got $1 billion,
especially when you want to keep your status of like a loyal guy and say this is what I built, and he's part of building that culture in the PGA, and he's been there for so long.
Yes, he's got a lot of face. He's got a lot of face to save. So if I'm going to be Tiger Woods, you got to give me like 10 billion.
Yeah, because if I'm Tiger Woods with all the stuff I done, I don't want to have no Saudi Arabian government situation either. I don't need that. I'm already a black man who done been wilding out before. You know what I'm saying? High off pills and all of this and my damn mugshot. My wife was trying to go crazy with a golf club in front of the house before. I just wrecked a vehicle going down the hill.
Too much Zimbalta.
You know what I'm saying? a couple of years back. You know what I mean? So, no, I do not want the Saudi Arabia situation going on, especially with the gas price, the way everything is right now. I don't want everybody looking at me like I got all that gas money. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's almost what it seemed like, because I was joking with M not too long ago on this topic. I go, damn it, all this money they sign these damn golfers to, Saudi Arabia sit over here giving them our gas money.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I just broke it down to that.
Oh shit, where'd it go? Like all the golfers that jumped, like Koepka and Phil, who obviously needed money. We talked about that a couple months ago, right?
And some other dudes who ain't notable like that, but they went and got that check from him.
And they still went and got paid, right? So you got, a lot of people who just were in the PGA who were just making the cut and making the 30,000 or whatever. Who knows what they have to pay to get in there, right?
They're breaking even.
And then they get in there, and then now they get paid the upfront, 100,000s or 200,000s, almost millions, and for some cases, and then they go in and they finish 48th and they get $100,000 paycheck or whatever, and then they just go there. So not bad, but I mean it's interesting to find out how this all pans out, because now the PGA is making some changes. I seen, and I don't have it right now in front of me, but they're making some changes to their tournaments where they're going to pay players more now, and so they're probably looking to build face a little bit. So it'll be interesting to find out how that all pans out.
Sounds a little bit like the NCAA getting behind the NIL a little too late. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, big homie.
What I was gonna say is, if you're a golfer, do you have loyalty to one of these brand leagues or another? Right?
No.
Because straight up, it's not like
you charge me to be there. My loyalty is to Nike, Adidas, whomever, and my
but some of them are losing sponsorships as well.
A lot
so
of
you have
these
to look at that
places,
as well.
Does it really matter? Because look, if I'm one of the guys who have won a major before, those majors come with a free pass to get into everything else. All the ones I care about, the damn Memorial and the waste management where everybody be getting hammered in
and
Arizona.
the British Open.
Yeah, you ever said the waste man? I don't care about that. I don't care about the Kemper Open and all of this shit, right? I care about the damn Masters.
Liv is paying them the money to cover that. And so I'll get back to what Jason, when they said they're losing, sponsors. There's nobody in golf that's making Tiger Woods sponsorship. So the guys that are signing on with Liv, I promise you the Saudis are covering that check. You think that wasn't part of the negotiation? Hey man, if I go here, Nike's going to cut my $2 million a year.
Well, right. Yeah, that's why they're getting that.
And the same thing with Homie. I get it. I get what Homie's saying. You think Liv wasn't like, hey, you got these free passes. We'll cover that if you stay with us. Like, I get it. Like, at the end of the day, it comes down to money. And if you're not a Tiger Woods golfer, and I'm not saying he's the only one, but if you're not at that level in terms of sponsorship and income, why would you turn down $200 million from Liv?
Exactly.
Liv now, I know they went after Tiger.
Why can't I play on both of them?
But they're going, well, that's the PGA's fault.
Well, they still can play in both of them now.
That's the PGA's fault.
That's what I'm
PGA.
Yeah.
But
the PGA has also been able to suspend them or whatever.
As is the golfers that are refusing to live money. They're bitching about it. So that's on the PGA. So big homie, I agree with you. That's not, Liv has no contract saying you can't do both. That's the PGA saying F you if you do live money. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. If Liv's giving me $250 million and they're going to cover every single fee you charge me, why would I say no? Who did? Tell me somebody, because guess what? They went after Tiger Woods for $1 billion. They're going after, granted, high-end golfers, but they're grabbing like golfer number 7 and giving him
or 70.
Yeah, and they're giving him $200 million. If golfer number 7 is getting $200 million, I'm looking at the PGA going, hey, wait a minute. I might be number 7.
Yeah.
And it gets down to negotiation with your job and paycheck, right?
I'm Louis Oosthuizen.
I might be the 7th. Let's think NFL. I might be the 7th best wide receiver in the league. But this motherfucker over here about to pay me wide receiver number 1 money. Now, am I supposed to turn that down?
No.
I'm dipping. I'm out.
I busted Deion Sanders. I'll be on the plane. I'll be in 2 places at once, bro.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Sure.
I agree. By the way, I'm going to step on toes. Terry McLaurin's contract is legit because he not only gets
save it.
5. Okay. I'll
save it because we're going to close this out and then we're going to hit something very special and near and dear to all our hearts that you might not be thinking about, because every year I look forward to this and you motherfuckers may not. So we're going to hit that. We're going to hit some NFL because I know we have a lot to say about NFL, and then some MLB. So let's keep the NFL short, fellas, so we can get into the MLB so we don't have to be here all night. However, we could be. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got nothing else to do. I ain't got no job. I ain't got nothing to do.
Fool got fired on his day off.
Yes,
that too. So we'll be back. So commercial break for y'all. Grab a line and Kugels. This thing right here. Or some Coors Light. Or some Michelob Ultra. Or some Cognac. Or some Maker's Mark. Or some Zimbalta, baby. Grab some of that too. You never know what you need on the next episode of Sports Fix with Stix and then Anonymous Big Homie. We'll see y'all soon.
You know.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Now back to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
What's up,
So
bitches?
what are we starting off with, sir?
We are starting off with the National Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship.
Shout out to Cody
on
Ash.
Monday, July 4th. Have you all ever seen anything greater in sports than Joey Chestnut, 14-time champ, multiple championships in the eating contest, and the reigning champ 6 times in a row? Have you ever seen anything greater in sports? Tom Brady has nothing on the motherfucking Joey Chestnut, baby. Nothing on Joey Chestnut. You want to talk about GOAT? The first words out of your mouth better be Joey motherfucking Chestnut. Not Tom Brady. What's his middle name? Leroy? What's Tom Brady's future?
I believe it's Jefferson.
It's something crazy. Nobody knows because it doesn't matter because he's not the GOAT like Joey.
Bailey says it every day.
Joey Jaws Chestnut, baby. You ever heard of that guy? July 4th, you better tune in and you better respect his motherfucking name.
The guy swallows more dogs than anybody in one day in a year.
Peep this. You see how I was talking about entertainment value? You take a damn hot dog contest and you put a man in an old school 20s style, a barbershop quartet style hat, screaming and yelling about people eating hot dogs. The level of entertainment and production put on by my man, it's George something. That dude is out here cutting promos and introducing people like they're coming down to the ring, like they're coming down to the ring in WrestleMania, bro. Okay, this is what I'm talking about for a mustard belt. Okay, and then don't sleep on old girl who has won. I think about a few less times in a row. I can't remember what her name is, but she has won just a few less times than Joey Chestnut, all in a row too. So don't sleep on her. But hey, I know people who can't even watch this because it's so gluttonous. I can't help but watch it. It's one of the greatest things in the world on the 4th of July, bro, is watching this damn thing and all the pageantry and just people wilding out there on Coney Island going crazy for Nathan's hot dogs and French fries, man.
Dude, I always couldn't. Over the years I've watched, I was like, man, that makes my stomach a little queasy sometimes, right? But man, the competition that they've got in the last like 6-10 years of just everybody being there. You know, Joey Chestnut lost to Stoney in like 2015, I think, after he won the previous one. So, and then he got back in it. And then dominated last year. I think the TV I was watching last year glitching at work, so I didn't even get to see the whole thing. And I think they actually had like a whole ESPN outage or whatever. But dude, these guys and girls are savages, bro. There's nothing more to look forward to on Monday than spending time with your family. But then watching the national hot dog eating contest, the Nathan's National Hot Dog Eating Contest on Monday. That is the shit you need to be doing on Monday. For sure.
What's your hot dog number?
For him?
No, what's your number?
Me?
Yeah.
In a minute?
Yeah.
If I had to, 2.
I would probably say, man. I mean, a real living human that is not gluttonous to that level and extent. I mean, it's got to be like 3 or 4. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, the buns and all of that is what's crazy. And I don't know that there's a strategy in all of that, but a wet bun, I'm throwing up all over that table.
Yeah, I would too. That's wild. Aaron doesn't have any participation in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest right now. I bet.
I'm right there with homie. I would throw that shit up too.
10 minutes. If I could do 2 a minute, I could probably do 2 a minute in 10 minutes. So what's that? 20? If I had to.
He's doing like 60.
Yeah, and the girl is doing
and 10.
The girl is doing 48 and a half.
Which, by the way, gets her a lot of dudes liking her on social media.
Ain't that the truth? We need to go there. All right. So, hey, I just wanted to let everybody know about the National Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship on Monday. Peep it out. It's going to be awesome. Hey, I don't know. Hey, that might be a promo. They might as well just cut us a check next year. Say, hey, you guys need to roll up here to Coney Island. Hey, we'll be down. Send us to Coney Island. We'll come hang out for the day. We'll promote your shit. We got it all down.
I'll do it for a couple of boxes of Nathan's fries. I mean,
hey, well, homie's a little bit more generous than I am. I'm doing it for a couple $1,000 in a paid trip. So, and a nice 5-star hotel, as long with we'll just stop it at that, because everything else will get taken care of once we get there. But we know how that rolls. So, all right, you dumb bitches. Let's start off with I'm talking to both of you dumbasses who helped me move, by the way. Oh yeah, you didn't do that because you're a bunch of fucking liars. Although homie did say he would pay for whatever I needed. I didn't ask. So, he said he'd deliver pizza. He said he'd deliver a bottle. Didn't do that. But, that's all right though. I didn't ask. So he's off the hook.
Hey, I got to throw the offer out there because I'm ducking and dodging that responsibility from anybody. I don't care if it was my damn mama. I'm like, why you ever heard of movers?
Yeah, evidently I thought I had some, but that didn't happen. But anyways, all right, we had to start with the National Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship. But hey, real quick before we get on to the NFL, because I know we have a lot to say about that. I know homie's heart is wrenched into this because we've talked about the WWE before. And homie, we talked offline about this shit too, and I want you to bring this up. Hope you remember. These fools that have these millionaires and billionaires, right? How we've talked about over the years. And homie's going to have a little bit more on this, I think, than I do. But Vince McMahon had to step down, and Joe Laurinaitis is on leave. $3 million in hush money, right? Remember when hush money was good? You could just pay hush money to anybody back in the day.
People would actually hush.
All these people that would actually hush about it and not be seen, not be heard from again. And that was the thing that these people do. So the WWE has some nonsense going on in their in their brand right now. So I just saw today, homie, that another a female referee from the 1980s also is claiming the RAPE against old Vince. So this shit's gonna get wild soon. So there might not be no more Vince ever again in the WWE. He's gonna go silent for a while. And homie, who'd you say as we get into the NFL, because there's a lot of NFL moguls who we've discussed over the years, Jerry Jones, Robert Kraft, Daniel Snyder, who's still ongoing investigation. We can all get into that. We can wrap this all into one because I know there's a lot of allegations that we're going to talk about. So, what do you got on this, homie? Because, and I know Barkov's going to jump in here soon, but that's just what I wanted to lead it off with before we get in. This is all NFL related because it's all billionaire related, and a lot of this stuff that has to do with the NFL is billionaire related right now.
Oh, I mean, my whole observation was the fact that it just seems like it's a rough ass time to be rich out here doing rich things now. Okay, because back in the day, like you talked about earlier, back in the day, you gave somebody some hush money and they hushed. They shut the fuck up. Okay. And they didn't ask no more questions. It was over. Nowadays, it seemed like people will go back now because of what's going on and go, oh, these people are uber rich. I don't care nothing about an NDA I signed. I'm talking about down the line. All the people you said, Donald Trump, the owner of the damn Phoenix Suns, everybody who's had something go on. You used to be able to get rid of shit like that when you were rich back in the day. That does not exist anymore. Getting rid of anything for good does not exist anymore. They will go back 30 years on you now. You know what I'm saying? Something that you thought was buried, that was a skeleton that was fully buried, right?
All right, real quick, this is a personal question right here. So 30 years ago, you can go back on allegations of whatever the situation is. Anything. But can you go back on allegations of defamation of character and wrongful termination?
Well, that's all Johnny Depp was just doing right now, was trying to clear his name for something that a chick said that she put out there in the world about what kind of individual he was. It's the same thing that was going on.
Okay, good to know. Noted.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's just all bad because, I mean, you think about what old dudes said back in the day. Now, if we was all rich, would we be enjoying ourselves, or would nowadays we would be like mad sheltered? We wouldn't be able to get out there and hit the scene. You know what I'm saying? Looking fresh, ready to do anything that rich dudes do. You get what I'm saying? Because word travels fast around here.
Well, and I was going to save this for the Deshaun Watson scenario that we're going to talk about.
I can't get a massage. I can't be a shower table boy.
I was going to say this, but this pertains to the billionaire Robert Kraft, Daniel Snyder's, all Vince McMahon's, all that stuff, right? When you had the young kid, I don't even know his name, don't even want to know his name. Joe Francis from Girls Gone Wild, right?
Him too.
He threw this out there. He started this whole new rendezvous of bullshit that was going on, right? And so all these people saw that, all these billionaires saw that, and then they started going off, oh, I want to be young again. I want to do it this way, and thought they'd get away with it. So he's kind of the intricate part of this, in my opinion. He's in the middle, right? Because it was right when all this was going down. If you look when the Girls Gone Wild shit came out, and that's why I had it in my Deshaun Watson notes, because Deshaun Watson grew up checking out the Girls Gone Wild video. We all did. Let's not lie, right? We knew about that. So
totally different circumstance.
Yeah, it's a little bit different though, because you look at how. Okay, so look, what dude was doing was basically getting paid off of these videos, capturing people who weren't paid actors on tape, and that was his problem. And then what happens is stories about how what operates during these parties start circulating. But you notice what happened is we didn't hear about this back then. We're hearing about it now. Somebody dug all of this shit up and somebody started saying, oh, let me think about Jeffrey Epstein right damn now. Dude, come on, man. When you was rich back in the day, people just rolled with what went on, man. And I'm trying to tell you, all the rich people privileges is falling off. You might not want to be rich because what did the boy Donald Trump say? Donald Trump says you could grab them by the pussy. When you're rich, they'll let you do it.
It's not that
They'll
simple.
let you do it.
And here's why it's not that simple. The money has gotten so big that Anonymous is right. In the day, you could get away with it by paying them off. But the money now with social media and TMZ and all this stuff that's going, and honestly, I told Jason this today at lunch, the sugar daddy explosion.
Yep.
The amount of young women, you'd be shocked.
Been doing this.
I teach high school. I'm still shocked. The number of teenage girls that admit they have a sugar daddy that's damn near their age of their dad. So my point being,
this is a thing.
It's become so socially norm that you can't pay them off anymore. So Anonymous is right. In the day, you could do it in the 70s and 80s because that was something, and I got money and nobody knew about it, and we didn't have, cell phones,
socials,
media, and all that. And I
camera
can hide it
phones.
from my girlfriends, and no one's ever going to find out. But in an era where girls literally will do OnlyFans in their home down the hallway from where their dad wakes up every day, and they're literally doing nudes while their dad is getting ready for work. You need to have legal representation to close this off. So when I say it's a different
NDAs
era,
don't matter no more neither. Because look at Stormy Daniels. She was like, I don't care about no NDA. Whatever you want to do.
But here's why. Though. Here's why. How old was that one? That was from the 90s.
Yeah, she was busted by
now. And that's where the money's bigger. You know what I'm saying? So
people's memories are good.
You can come after my $50 million from 1995. TV just gave me $200 million. So hey, go ahead. I still got $150 million in the bank. So you're right. They don't matter anymore. But it all comes down to the economics, the inflation.
Look at how much you're making now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's if you did some dirt in the 1990s. Now we had this, and I'm not going to go down this 3-hour rabbit hole again.
All right, let's let you finish it out.
Cancel culture is different. Cancel culture is different. But the difference now that a homie brought up, you can still hide it. But if you're going to hide shit from the 80s and 90s, you better be ready to write another check.
Yeah.
Because that check you wrote in 1995, she got a bigger check from a TMZ in 2020, 21, 22.
The old price is not the new price.
And by the way, the price they gave her will cover the lawsuit. You won't, because the lawsuit is what? You gave me $500,000 and you're going to sue me for what, $1 million? You can't sue me for everything. And they gave me $25 million. So figure this shit out. So that's the difference. That's an all ended there.
When we talking about numbers like this, and I make this and I do this for a living, just like my man used to say, you wasn't on the court with me shooting free throws, and that's why I don't want to give you half my money in a divorce. Dude, I'm staying my ass in the house. This is a different era right here. Don't let me come up. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna be at the house, bro.
Jason,
exactly what I was gonna say.
Jason,
I can't even go
here. When we're in an era where I can go on Facebook and see girls that I used to teach in class openly advertise their websites. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to name the websites, but their mama, their grandmama, everybody they went to high school with, their coworkers, everyone they know in life is following them on Facebook. And Facebook's archaic. So we're not talking about Instagram and Snap. We're talking about Facebook where everyone can see it. And I can go on and click on your Facebook story because at the top of my page, so-and-so's got a story. And you're advertising, hey, $5 for the next 25 people to sign up. You know what? If you're a millionaire that did some dirt 30 years ago and girls are not advertising shit for $5, you might want to go back and make sure you cut her a new check because the money's different today and the society's different today. That's where I'll leave it at.
Facts. All right. Well, let's get into NFL because that just rolls right into it. rolls right into the Deshaun Watson. Everybody's tired of hearing about Deshaun. I'm tired of hearing about Deshaun Watson. That motherfucker better not see the field until all this shit is fucking cleared up.
Why would you even say that?
Cases.
Why would you say that when you know what we're about to say?
Because the fact that he's done, bro. He hasn't played in a year.
That's the whole point. I want to see him play the game. I ain't got time for all this extra.
Nobody
extra
wants
bullshit.
to see him play the game because he's going to be terrible anyways.
Well, I want to see that too.
If he has a half a head on his shoulders, then he's going to play terrible. He's going to get laughed out of the building. So, yeah, people want to see that too. So how does the NFLPA go to back a player who they know who's representing their brand for a lesser suspension than what all the allegations, I know they're allegations, proven innocent until guilty or whatever the hell the saying is. How does the NFLPA defend this guy to get a lesser sentence if that's the case, when they've never, ever done that before in the Players Association? And Barcott and I had mentioned
Ain't
this
no
before.
charges.
No,
there's no film.
Still
Ray
representing
Rice
the teams.
was different. Ray Rice.
They didn't
was
back
different.
Ray Rice.
They didn't have to. They
Yeah,
had
they
a
didn't have
video.
to. You seen what happened?
The dude that the Cowboys signed, the girlfriend had a video. This now, and Jason, I agree. We talked about it.
So there's no videos in
There's
massage
no-
parlors?
I hope not.
They went.
Clearly-
Robert Kraft
clearly
got
not.
one. Robert Kraft got the video, and that was.
And he
He
got
just
that,
happened to
and-
be within a damn a sting of what was that damn child?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
the whole situation. It was a whole sting that was being set up.
Yep,
He got caught
yep.
up in.
But there's no video. And by the way, I will say this. I agree. Anonymous may not, but I agree when you have 20 plus women that can say the same story.
26, almost a few more nowadays.
And they're not from the same era or area. And your dumb behind was going on Instagram and hiring women to do certain jobs.
Yeah.
You've turned over text messages where you admit girls were crying when you got done and you apologized.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
I mean, I got tight glutes.
But let's just admit something we don't know. So I'm not saying let's admit he's guilty. That's not what I'm saying because we don't know that. What I'm saying is let's admit he's an idiot that put himself in a very bad position. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that goes without
Right,
saying.
we all know that. However,
Okay, so now,
can
you
you actually let this guy play football though? You
now, wait a
can't
minute.
let this guy play football in the NFL.
Now wait
to
a
represent
minute.
your
Now
man.
wait a minute. Now
And
wait a
Goodell
minute.
is the
Kareem Hunt
conqueror of
Wait a
all
minute,
of it.
hold-
So don't wait a
Jason,
minute,
hold-
me.
Dante
'cause
Stallworth ran somebody over. He came back and played.
Yeah, we had a defensive end in the St. Louis Rams murder somebody in a drunk driving vehicular accident and played. So my thing is this: I'm not suggesting he's innocent. What I'm saying is I don't know, but I can connect dots, but I don't want anybody connecting dots to me if I'm in court. Give me proof if I'm in court. I don't want to be, I don't want to shame him and convict him. And then, down the road in my life, somebody's like, well, we got no evidence, but fuck you, you're going to jail. I don't want that.
Hell no.
So I can connect
You
dots.
can't say there's no fucking evidence in this place because
No, wait a minute. Have you heard evidence? Have you heard evidence outside of
there's 26 evidence is
You ain't read no dockets or nothing.
that? And that's my thing. So here's my thing. It's highly suspicious. I find it hard to believe nothing illegal went down, but I have no proof. You know what? The three of us, Jason, and you can admit this. The three of us have been in situations where I hope no one ever finds out about this. I hope no one ever sees this or finds out or hears about this because I could lose my job or my marriage or whatever. We can lose things. But there's no proof. So I don't want to take something away from somebody where I can't prove it. Now, do I think something happened? What I think and what I can prove are different. Do I think he did shit? Yeah. Can I prove it? No. So should it be suspended if I can't prove it? No. And let's not forget, he already sat out of you. He missed last year over this shit. He wasn't hurt last year. He sat out because Houston didn't want to suit him up. So he's already, and that's part of the suspension.
so you're gonna say, he already had his sentence because
Time
he sat
served
out last year.
Time served, bro. They do it all the time.
Fucking
you don't be watching Law and Order.
That is not time served. He's not sitting in a fucking jail.
At all.
He's not sitting in a goddamn jail right now. You dummies.
He did not play.
Hey, look.
He did not play. You cannot prove it. Now, Jason, as angry as you are,
You can prove it because it hasn't happened yet. So there's still observations out.
I'm on your side in terms
grand
of
jury said he didn't do shit.
But I'm on Jason's side in terms of, do I believe something happened? Yeah. But what Jason's got to come to is the realization on the legal side. Can you prove it?
That's all it boils down to.
And
doesn't paying off people prove something a little bit? You don't just make it go away.
No.
Because we just talked about this with the billionaires.
Legally,
we just talked about this with the billionaires. It doesn't prove a goddamn thing.
Those were not. No, those were not criminal accusations. Those were civil.
Right.
Civil involves zero. That is go back to OJ. OJ had a criminal. OJ
I don't know the difference between civil and fucking whatever other
I'm
word you said.
I'm explaining it. OJ had a criminal whole thing. Did you murder your wife? XYZ. They couldn't prove it.
Apparently,
so he was let off.
Right.
He was let off. However, when they went to do the litigation side, he had to pay money. That's why he had to sell his Heisman Trophy. He had to give up his house. He had to pay money. So on the criminal side, they proved nothing. So what Deshaun was going through was they had already decided criminally.
He is going through.
No,
it's over now.
No, the NFL is different than the courts. Deshaun was not going through criminal charges in the court system. There were no criminal charges. It was all money.
Those were all civil cases. And that was part of the what they were defending is I didn't do anything criminally in this situation. All of these people is out for some money. I gave them the money. I'm not claiming it was extortion because then it would be a whole other thing going on. But what happened was, yes, he admitted to some wrongdoing in that situation. It could have been I agreed upon $100 and you thought it was supposed to be $200. Right. It could be we agree that something bad happened in that situation. Now, we're not saying that it happened criminally because clearly a grand jury has already said, well, we don't find that there was anything criminally that we could charge him for. We can't even charge him for nothing is what the criminal court says. So it doesn't matter how many people he said, hey, my bad, whatever our business was didn't go over the way that I think. Here's a NDA produced by the Houston Texans, no less. And this is part of the reason why he's not going to get busted because the Houston Texans was handing him NDAs that he could use. Yes. You see what I'm saying? So he goes out there and says, oh, my bad. Here's a couple bucks. I mean, whatever we got to do to cut this deal, we cut the deal. Boom. Now, yeah. So what he's going to get is a huge smudge. He's going to get booze. He's going to get the Michael Vick treatment. He might get worse than the Michael Vick treatment. Okay.
Well, and by the way, again. Now what? No. By the way, He did play
He
again.
did. That's right.
And now let me
shout out
piggyback.
Michael Vick. I love that guy.
Let me piggyback a big homie. Now I realize his contract is structured and he's got 230 guaranteed, so he's never going to be poor again. But so this may not matter. But what it does open
and
up
they don't have an out.
What it does open to young kids is to piggyback homie. He's never going to be advertisement material again. Now again, it doesn't matter because Cleveland guaranteed $230 million, so he's got that money. I don't need it. But he's never in his life, Deshaun Watson.
He's not going to be doing Geico commercials or whatever.
Deshaun Watson retires. When Deshaun Watson retires, he will never be hired by ESPN, Fox Sports. He'll never get to have a job after football.
Hell no.
Because this stain will follow him forever. So look at Michael Vick. You brought up Michael Vick. Michael Vick is occasionally on TV. And by the way, I watch all the, even in school, I'll watch Undisputed. I'll watch First Things First. I'll watch Colin Cowherd. Michael Vick is rarely on TV.
Right.
Deshaun Watson will never be on TV. So while
Ray Rice is never on TV.
And while I give Deshaun Watson his $230 million,
but Ray Rice has never played football again after that.
But that was different. You had a video.
That's not different. It's basically the same thing because it's still.
We had a video of him knocking a woman unconscious.
There are videos. I guarantee you, there are videos of some of the 26 women that have these allegations. Someone has a video. One of them have a video. I promise you that.
A grand jury couldn't find one. Investigators for a grand jury couldn't find one.
If they did, they would have had that money out there. They would have had that video from it. Do you think that he would have paid her off for that money?
Yeah, because they would have put him under the jail for that. If there would have been a video of any type, they would have threw him under the jail for that. Come on, man. Mike Tyson went away, bro. Now,
Jason, you get this. That was her recommendation. It does not end there. Roger Goodell's final say. She just gets to recommend to Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell gets final say. He might now. I don't think he's going to do indefinitely now, which is what the NFL wanted. But I guarantee you, Roger Goodell will suspend him for something. 4 games. He's going to give him something. Yeah, he's going to give him. Yeah, you
get a 4-game inflate.
Don't you? And homie, you know this. It's just like Brady and the Deflategate. Don't fuck with the shield.
Yeah,
you made the NFL shield go through the mud for 2 years. You're gonna.
This is not fucking with the shield though. Like you don't understand.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Roger Goodell's going to give him something. All I'm saying is she said little to nothing. Roger Goodell's going to say, okay, she said little to nothing, so little's 4 games. Roger just knows I can't do a year now because I'll get backlash. Let me give him 4 games, maybe 6. That's pushing it, but he'll give it.
Hey, Roger Goodell, get your bitch ass off the fucking couch. Quit hiding from your fucking coward motherfucking.
Dude, Roger Goodell is too busy trying to clean up for your boy Dan Snyder.
Yeah,
come on with the Sports Fix with Stix and give us your fucking proclamation of this.
Homie, I agree. 6 is too much, but we both know.
You agree? What?
6 is too much.
6 games is too much.
Come on, look. Okay, so look at you have to go back and look at what people been getting. Look at what people have been getting. Okay, you trying to? Okay, so
yeah, I want to know. Tell me.
So you got Kareem Hunt on tape kicking a girl ass, right? And he was gone he got a year for that. So you gonna say he get a year? Kareem Hunt didn't even go to jail.
What did he get? How many games? A year.
Kareem Hunt got a year.
Okay, keep going.
So what I'm saying is, where do you look at what people are getting? Tom Brady got 4 games for something that they didn't even prove that he did. Right. It was just a lot of speculation, and after an investigation, we come to these general conclusions.
That was 4 games over with the balls deflated.
Right.
And Kareem Hunt got 1 year, or how many games?
Oh, it was a year.
A year. He got a year for being on video. 26 and counting allegations doesn't get you more than that?
Hey, look up. How many games did Tyreek Hill miss? Look it up. How many games
just
did
tell
Tyreek
me.
Hill miss?
I ain't got time for all that.
I don't know.
bullshit.
Look it up. Tyreek Hill literally
ahead.
kicked his pregnant girlfriend in the stomach and said he was trying to kill the baby. I don't know that Tyreek Hill got suspended.
Tyreek Hill got
you
nothing.
forgot about AB too. How AB had all his madness and he was suspended. I don't think he ever missed. Did he miss a whole year?
Actually, my fault. Kareem Hunt was only 8 games. My bad. So Kareem Hunt got
that's
8
all
games,
on video.
and that was on
So
video.
what you guys are saying is that none of this has video, so he won't get more than
No. What I'm saying is, she said little to nothing, which regulates how far Roger Goodell can push. What she's saying is, Roger Goodell, you're indefinite suspension, which is what Roger Goodell walked in there wanting. He walked in wanting indefinite suspension. She's saying it's little to nothing. So that means
Robinson something?
Sue Robinson.
You cannot give him indefinite anymore. Now, Roger Goodell can give him whatever he wants, but if you give him indefinite now, you got a whole bunch of backlash because I already said little to nothing, and people are going to fight you over it. So what I think it's going to be 4 games. He's not getting 0. There's no way Jacoby Brissett is not starting 4 weeks for Cleveland. He's going to. And now, by the way, your Seahawks have a quarterback because now that the Cleveland Browns know we absolutely will have Deshaun Watson
for a year.
We absolutely have Deshaun Watson this year. Now we can move Baker Mayfield. Now we can trade Baker Mayfield.
All right. Well, with that being said, with these allegations, info, and your guys' fucking nonsense from the big pharma homie, recovery homie, and Pasco's finest basketball coach bullshit that you guys have just debated or whatever. So now the option is Baker's not going to play, and they're going to have Deshaun Watson back this year. They're going to have Jacoby Brissett for a few games or whatever, which is probably right. I ain't going to lie. You guys might be correct, but I hope you're not because I want to be right for once because I'm never right on this podcast shit. So with that being said, I still don't know.
Breaking news. USC and UCLA's application to the Big Ten has been accepted. They are no longer, as of 2024, part of the Pac-12. They are now in 2024 Big Ten football programs.
Yes.
They just got accepted. They are now fit. It just came out on ESPN. They have now moved. They got this fall and next fall.
That's crazy.
Big Ten.
We're gonna have to talk about that next week because I need to look into the college football thing. But hey, the one thing I want to touch up on the NFL real quick before we close out and get to the real sports talk, which is the baseball. And Gronk retires again, which I call bullshit, just like the Brady retirement. Like I said when we did the podcast, so I was right once in a while, right? Because I said I would not believe the Brady retirement. Did I not say that? Hey, let me hear it, bitches. Let me hear it.
What?
What did I say? I said I won't believe it until another quarterback takes a snap for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay. All right.
What? Okay, Stix, you're right. Yeah, Stix, you were right.
I think I might remember something like that. You might have said.
Okay, yeah, bitches.
I'm waiting on Stix to bring up his Mariners 100 win.
Fuck you both. No, I was right. So onto that. So Gronk retires again, which is bullshit, which that won't happen either. But did you guys hear this though? Did you guys hear that OBJ actually paid for your Rams to play last year, homie?
In the long run.
$142,000.
In the long
run.
He
paid $142,000 to play last year.
Why is that wrong? Contract. Why is that wrong?
I mean,
did he
just got to wait for Yeah, he just got to wait for the crypto market to bounce back. He's just in a holding pattern right now. But as it looks right now, the whole crypto thing, and everybody who decided that they were going to be geniuses and take their salary in the form of Bitcoin are all looking at themselves like, I did that for free last year.
And you know what, homie? I've taught economics in high school for 20 years, and what I've always told kids is, you never invest in anything you can't touch. If you can't physically
that's
see
number one.
if you can't physically look at it, if you can't physically watch it in front of you as a
tangible goods,
physical item, tangible thing being sold, it's going to F you over sooner or later.
I mean, you got to diversify. I get what people are saying.
100%.
I don't know about getting my salary like that. I'm gonna get an invisible salary.
You diversify all day, but
invisible salary.
Yeah, you don't put into. And then, by the way, something that was already fluctuating 3 years ago.
It's the most volatile. It's the most volatile thing. Yeah, it's the most volatile thing that people could actually invest in, and it's monopoly money right now. I mean, I'm in there, but I'm not in there like that. You know what I mean? But you kind of bank and hit it low, and then maybe it'll bubble one day and be something. But come on, you think in our lifetimes, the life that we gonna live, that we gonna ever use anything else other than straight real ass money, dollar bills, gold, and maybe silver? It ain't gonna never get turned into some money that is just connected to my phone and I walk in, or with a thumbprint. Not in our damn lifetime, because the price moves daily, bro. Okay, I go in there and I got 1 Bitcoin, and because something happened today, I go to the store to go buy my situations. I don't got enough money right now because it just happened to be volatile and went down today.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and we're not there yet.
Barcott, what was that today that we heard? SRP? I couldn't.
SRM.
SRM.
Dude was trying to get us to buy
This is
an
not
SRM
financial advice, but
from $10.
I wanted to look it up real quick. That brought it up.
Look it up while I'm talking. Look it up while I'm talking.
Is it a stock or
it is? They just went public, and we ran into a dude. Okay. Now you want NASDAQ or
SRM?
SRM. NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange?
Sam Rhonda Mom?
Sam Rhonda Mom, SRM.
Nope, not on here.
Okay, so we ran into a guy that tried to get us to do it because his wife was on there, and it's cheap, $10. If you buy $500 today, you'll make $500,000 on it later. And I was like, we'll look into it, but no. It comes down to the end of the day.
Not on my app.
You can't buy ghost stuff. And so we're old enough. And the homie's right. There's going to come a time where Bitcoin and all that stuff is legitimate. I do believe it will be legitimate, but not now.
No.
You have to live long enough for that, though.
Like when you're living some fucking, Blade Runner, Star Wars.
George Jetson,
yeah, then it'll be legit. And it's just, we're just too early for it to make money now. And you're right, in our lifetime, not today, not next week, too early, in our lifetime. Now our kids, our grandkids, they could probably see it as a substantial, it's not going to be volatile. Obviously there'll be peaks and valleys in the market, but I can gain money over time. Today, it's just too soon. It's one of those things that's like, Microsoft in the 80s. It's just too soon to dump your paycheck. There's no way Steve Largent, Dave Craig dump their paycheck into fucking Microsoft or IBM in the 80s. It's too volatile. So you're right. When OBJ does it, that's just stupid. That's just Generation Z thinking they know. Yeah. And by the way, on a side, being a dad, etc., Generation Z thinks they're the smartest fucking generation in the room every time they open their mouth. I don't know about you, big homie, with kids, but when they open their mouth.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
They always think they're the smartest motherfuckers in the room, and we don't know shit.
Mm-hmm. That's the same generation who wants to get paid the most for doing the least.
Yeah,
I want to get nothing but hard work.
I have nothing wrong with that. I want to be doing the same thing.
Hey, Dad, I want to play Madden and make money. Motherfucker,
exactly.
You know what? Your mom and I are going to go spend your college fund because you clearly are too stupid for this money. But my point being, that's that generation that just thinks they're so far ahead of everybody. And by the way, they are far ahead, but at the same time, they're behind. Meaning, I get where you're going, but we're not there yet. That's not sustainable. Like you said, homie, you always diversify 100%. But when it comes to
this
Bitcoin
motherfucker didn't diversify nothing.
And those things like that, you do very little into Bitcoin. If you're going to have $100,000, I wouldn't put more than $1,000 into Bitcoin because it's going to be so volatile. Now, maybe 30 years from now, if you're still alive, great.
FYI, this isn't financial advice for everybody out there before we get
maybe
all caught up and all that.
Yeah, maybe a 5% I might throw at it. But I mean, like I said, I'm not about to sit up here and treat that like that is the currency that I'm going to start using effectively. Because I want my paycheck and
paycheck. No,
yeah, I want legal tender. Your boy Russell Okun did the same thing. I want all my stuff in legal tender. Then I will donate and invest how I feel like in Charles Schwab, some Bitcoins and ETF funds, and S&P. Give me some gold bars or something somewhere. I'm gonna do it all. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna diversify it. But yeah, no, I'm not going to direct deposit my shit to the ethos. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, all right. Anybody? What else you got on NFL? Anything else before we get into the best?
Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin might.
Oh
Terry
yeah,
McLaurin
you brought that up earlier.
Might have had the best contract in the offseason as a wide receiver, and I would say better.
Wide receivers getting paid, bro.
Better than the cheat in Miami. And here's why: the cheat in Miami, that's his last contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's his last contract. Terry McLaurin, God bless him, just signed a 3-year, $71 million contract where 80% of it is guaranteed. And at 26 years old, he gets to go back on the free agent market at 29, where he could probably double that contract.
Smart.
So he guaranteed himself the next 3 years, basically. The next 3 years of my life, I'm getting roughly $25 million a year guaranteed. And I get to be a free agent again before the age of 30. You talk about a great contract. And by the way, God bless him, because that cat is a bad mother effer in the NFL. And I know Anonymous doesn't want to admit it, but he is. And when you consider he's had 38 different quarterbacks thrown to him in 3 years.
Yeah.
And he's the only wide receiver on the team and manages to get over wide open for 90 catches a year with nobody else underneath, nobody else deep. That's a great wide receiver. And he just gave Washington a deal because, you're going to pay me.
Because he knows he's going to get it paid sooner or later.
But he also told Washington, here's where he gave Washington a deal. I'm going to give you 3 more years, but you better fix this shit in 3 years. Otherwise, I'm dipping. Because I guarantee you, he will not resign again if they're still where they're at 3 years from now.
Well, see, this is another example of what I'm loving about where sports is going right now, because everybody, they're not sitting here and just playing for a uniform on the strength of that's who drafted me. You know what I'm saying? We're out here making sure that we're positioning ourselves for the process of how these contracts work and the time that I plan on playing this sport so I can get my family right to where we ain't worried about nothing ever again. And I appreciate that's the one thing that I can't appreciate about even the fools who act up, Kyrie and some of these other cats, you know what I mean? Or anybody who want to go get the money. You know what I'm saying? I am not mad at any of them dudes for going to go do that. You know what I mean? Because that's what you should be doing, because back then people would just be locked in. A student would just go to college for 4 years and not think about it. Now, since they're getting bread from places, I can jump. And I'm telling you, I think one day, I don't know if it's going to be the NCAA, because the NCAA might fold, but universities need to just sign dudes. If they would just sign a dude straight up,
that could be another topic, bro.
Then that way, you have the guy
They're gonna get it. They're getting
I'm
it from the
signing the
people
dude.
anyways.
Breaking. Kyrie Irving focused on forcing his way to the Lakers. Bleacher Report. Kyrie Irving focused on forcing his way to the Lakers per Wojciechowski at ESPN. League executives have floated the possibility that the Lakers and Nets are talking about a major package. Kyrie, both to the Lakers.
We already talked about that, so we already knew what was going
no,
on.
no,
so
no,
that's
no,
not
no,
breaking.
no.
We already broke that. We broke that
talked
in the
about
last episode. So anybody who's listening to this, listen to the episode before. We already broke all that. Aaron Barcott, Nas Big Homie, already told you all what's going on.
But listen to it because I'm putting
the confirmation on it.
Wojciechowski is now putting his conversation on or name on it, and
We do that shit all the time. We do that shit all the time, homie. We got it all down.
He thinks he's Woj.
Right.
Come on, bro. He was just trying to put the confirmational stamp on what we was talking about earlier.
I know.
While you trying to confuse the folks like he's talking about something different. He was on pace with what we was talking about.
No, Barcott pointed out the fact that we already talked about this, and we already, all three of us, already made this into fruition and already told y'all what the fuck was going to happen. So if you fucking listen to us, we make statements, we make shit happen because we're not dummies.
What Big Homie was saying is it's now Wojciechowski. It's now a name from ESPN. You can pin that. It's not just three dudes having a conversation over drinks at a bar. It's now a dude who's paid to know this shit is putting it out there. This is what executives are talking about, and they've heard.
Both of them to the Lakers with insider backing. So there's whispers popping, is what he's saying.
Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but the executives have heard that's a deal that's in
they're talking
at least conversations. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't get it. He's a Mariner fan, and we being Dodger.
No, I'm fucking. I agree with y'all, but these motherfuckers that listen to this shit need to know that we know what the fuck we're talking about because we fix shit all the time, and so we already put into fruition the facts of what's going on before the breaking news is what I'm saying. Yep. So when y'all want to put your money on, the Mariners to win 100 games and the Yankees to win 120 and Aaron Judge to win the home run title, we've told you first. So
why would we? I've never said 120. I mean, why would we?
I know.
You put your name on all kinds of shit.
He
signed you up.
I did the math. I did the math today. We don't need 120, but I did the math today. Guess what our math says? 44 and 42 gets us 100 the rest of the year. 44 and 42.
That ain't happening, bro. You're hitting 120 no matter what. I already know. So let's get into some baseball talk. Let's get into some baseball talk. It's gotta make this little note real quick.
I mean, shit, damn, not too long ago, I posed the question of who is the cat that you're scared of? Aaron Judge must have heard me. He must have heard me because he says
no. Bryce Harper just broke his hand, is out indefinitely. Aaron Barcott told me.
Aaron Judge says you're going to fear me today. He says, "Oh, y'all can't think of anybody who should be feared in the batting box. Oh, you're gonna feel me today. Maybe it might not be the homie Giancarlo Stanton, but you're gonna fear me out here. I'm gonna show you that I am that dude." He is that dude. Remember, I specifically said not even Aaron Judge, and you were like, "Nah." I was like, yeah, nah, because he ain't showed us nothing. But this boy done listened to the damn show. He done listened to the program and said, nah, I am Aaron Judge. All right.
And I'm a diehard Yankee fan. I know you're a Dodger fan, homie. But I didn't see this coming again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a contract year. We see it every year. We saw it from Yelich. We saw it from Bellinger. We see it from Trout. We see it. Yes.
Wait a minute. No.
This is one thing I'm not going to let you think you're smarter than me, motherfucker, because I know that you are. But I'm not going to let you say this. You can't say this. Giancarlo Stanton was the same way. 61. He got paid before.
I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is.
Oh, of course you're not, because you don't want to know. Right. Again.
How many times have we seen a cat hit 30 home runs before the All-Star break in their career? I'm not saying nobody's done it twice.
It ain't a
before,
lot.
but it ain't a lot, and he's one home run away from doing it again, and he's 30.
Easy.
And I know Barry Bonds did it a couple times, but all I'm saying,
Griffey, Sheffield, Griffey, Sheffield.
Sheffield, you're sure about Sheffield? You're sure about Sheffield?
I'm pretty sure about Sheffield.
You're sure about 29. Sheffield? Multiple.
Tell me
times.
I'm wrong.
I'm saying 30 home runs at the All-Star break more than once. Aaron Judge has done it once. He's at 29 with 2 weeks to go.
Shit. Go ahead. Keep talking. Wrong button.
So
too many things.
I will, and then I told Jason this today when people were talking about.
It's a few cats that have done it.
Is there
more than once?
Oh, shout out to Chris Davis. Shout out to Chris
Still
Davis.
getting paid.
37 home runs at the break. Shout out to Barry Bonds, though, number one with 39 at the break. Tell me that don't sound stupid.
No, but how many times? How many times? Here's the question, though, and I know he's not the first. That's not my point.
Oh, you saying how many did it twice?
Had twice.
Junior did it twice.
And I know he's not the only one, but how rare is this? Because he's one home run away from doing it twice with 2 weeks to go.
No, not Frank Thomas. Well, of course, Mark McGwire's done it twice.
What's the question here? That he can't hit 60?
Yeah, I don't think he ain't hitting 60.
He's hitting 60 easy.
No,
he's hitting 60 easy.
It would be great for the game. I'll appreciate it.
5:15 on 6:30. Slim says Judge hit 60 easy.
I say 55. But here's my thing too. So I was telling Jason this, and I was watching Michael Kay do a podcast with Rich Eisen.
Do you think? Go ahead, finish it up, and I got it for you. I already got your rebuttal, bitch.
Junior did it 3 times,
and that Junior's special. So I'm not putting Judge in Junior's level.
Hey, respect. About time.
But they asked,
spit it out, bitch.
Michael Kay, what's going on with Aaron Judge? They were asking about how low, because Aaron Judge is playing things tight. He doesn't talk a lot. What's he think? What's he want? And he said, Michael Kay was like, well, Aaron Judge was offered $31 million for 7 years and turned it down. He wants to be more like Mike Trout at 36. They asked, are the Yankees going to go to 36? Michael Kay said, yeah, the Yankees go to 36 to 38. But it's going to be Robinson Cano era. Because people forget Aaron Judge is 30. They have no problem going 37. And they'll go 36, 37, $38 million a year. They have no problem, right? So they're not going to undersell him. They asked, well, what about 8 years? Said the Yankees would swallow hard and go 8 years at 38. And then Michael Kay said, if a team like the Mariners, they did with Robinson Cano, walks in and does 10 years. Now, keep in mind, Robbie Cano got a great contract, and I don't hate him for it. The contract he got him more money over the life of the contract, which he's still getting $43 million between the Mariners and Mets this year. $36 million, I think, from the Mets, $7 million from the Mariners. But the Yankees offered him more per year for 7 years, but Seattle offered for 10, which I get. I'm not an idiot. I know math. 10 years is going to be more money. He did say if somebody comes in like the Mariners did with Robinson Cano and offers 10 years, the Yankees are walking away. They'll go 8 years, $37 million for Aaron Judge. Keep in mind, he's 30. We're not talking about Mike Trout signing a 10-year deal with Anaheim at 25. We're talking about a 30-year-old man who's been hurt 3 times in 5 years. And the Yankees they're willing to go to 38 at $36 million. I don't think they're underselling him. I don't hate him if he wants to leave and go 10 years somewhere else. But I don't think what my point is, you can't say the Yankees effed it up if they said, here's 8 years at $36 million at 30 years old. And somebody says, well, here's 10 for 400. You can't say the Yankees effed it.
Okay. I thought you were going somewhere else with this, with Judge not hitting 60, because we were talking about this earlier.
I'm just talking about that's where he's at with the contract right now.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I don't.
This is where I
care
think
about the
he'll
home
hit
run.
60 because you were talking earlier. We were talking about this earlier about the strike zone, how Julio Rodriguez got jacked from the first month when he was getting bad. The robo umps being involved in this is all tied together. The robo umps being involved in MLB. We have the terrible strike calls, ball calls with the umpires these days. So when we were talking about Aaron Judge hitting 60, this is where I think it's going to come into fruition, is because right now he is getting those calls where he's getting jacked up, where he's getting the bad calls on this, right? MLB has already changed the baseball humidors where every month they change it. Oh, you can do this. You can't do this, right? When Aaron Judge gets up there, this could go both ways. When Aaron Judge gets up there, they could say, oh, we need to change it so the balls are less bouncy and less juicy. There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
I know what he's talking about.
So when you said Aaron Judge only gets 55, so I think that it's going to be opposite of that because I think they want to build the game. And so I think he hits 60 because of the fact, two facts. The balls will be more juicy, as homie, thank you, gave me that word, and as well as the strike zones that he's already been detrimented to before the All-Star break, how he's getting screwed. And we talked about this, Barcott, how he's like the highest. I bet you Julio's probably the second highest in the non-strikeout calls that they get screwed on. So now, that's why I think he'll hit 60. And I say that right now on record.
Where you say he may be second. So here's what he's talking about, homie, and everybody else listen. What we talked about at lunch is factual. You can look it up. Aaron Judge has been punched out on 53 strikes below the strike zone. So they're balls low and out of the strike zone. He's had 53 of them in 75 games.
See, so this is what I was talking about.
And then they did also a video thing since he came up in 2017. He's been punched out 433 times, which both, by the way, both these numbers lead Major League Baseball.
Number one,
yeah. And 433 times he's been punched out on balls below the knees, called third strike below the knees, punch out 433 times since 2017. So that's what he's talking about, is that Aaron Judge, everybody, the umpires are consistently calling low strikes because of his size. I get it. I mean, everybody's got to evaluate. Right? But everybody's got, it is what it is.
Man,
as
look,
a Yankee fan, I hate it.
I told y'all, man, look, I told you how it would be. I'm not sitting here about to get constantly punched out on pitches that I know good and well are a ball to everybody else. I told you.
By the way,
you got to even the playing field, bro. I don't give a damn how they institute it, but the human error of calling balls and strikes, man, is washed, bro. Are we still sitting up here hanging our clothes up on a clothesline? You know what I'm saying? Are we still using a tin can and a piece of yarn to call people? Hell nah.
But here's why, and I agree with you. I'm just saying, but here's why I agree with you. He's hitting 290 with 29 home runs. I'm just saying it's
like the word of don't take no disrespect. I agree with you is like no disrespect. So just say no disrespect.
No, but
just say I'm about to disrespect you.
Exactly.
What I'm going to say next will disrespect you. See, that's
why
he's frozen, because he's over there. He's over there talking mad shit now. He's disrespecting you heavily right now.
It's that internet, that Pasco cable over here, baby. That's what I'm saying. That's the same shit I was saying.
He got
canceled.
He got canceled.
Literally before he even got out there.
The sports cancellation. But yeah, I mean, it is whatever, man. I love the conspiracy theory with the balls and all of that shit and how they're playing around. Leave the damn ball alone.
Bro.
I know, but I'm just saying, the stuff that is supposed to be built into the game, there's rules about the ball. There's rules about your bats. Okay, there's rules about how far the bases are apart from each other. Okay, there's rules about how far the pitcher has to be away from the plate. Okay, there's all of these different rules. Okay, all based on and set up for the matchup of the pitcher versus the hitter. Okay, so you don't mess with, if somebody came out with an aluminum bat, it would be heavy problems right now. Everybody would be up in arms. They ain't gonna let it fly. Okay, if you came out there with a damn wiffle ball bat, with a wiffle ball trying to throw balls and strikes, nobody's having that. Okay, so you can't mess with the framework of the game. Let the players do what they're supposed to do. But this other element right here, like I said, see, that's funny because I've been gone trying to be big recovery homie for a while, getting this. And one of the last things that I said was we need to get rid of this damn human element that's calling balls and strikes. There's your example right there. It's Aaron Judge. It's Aaron Judge, man.
But it's not, though. It's not.
What do you mean
it's not the example. It's example that you just preferenced before. You said the same thing. You just contradicted yourself, homie. You said you're not going up there to let these balls and strikes be called at the size, right?
No, I'm saying I'm gonna be pissed off if I'm getting punched out constantly with balls that would be normally strikes to, or would be balls to anybody else.
A lot of them, some of them are way off the plate, right? But that's the human element of the game.
That's what we don't
I do not want to see the human
let me come up there with any bat
go away.
Let me use whatever. Let me come up there with any kind of bat then. Let me go. Let me put whatever I want in my glove then.
No, we're not talking about a different bat. We're talking about the bat that you go up there with. We're talking about the strike zone that's up there.
If that's
we're talking about a human behind the plate.
But why do they need to be there?
So, okay.
If the ball is the same for everybody, the bats are generally the same rules for everybody.
But the strike zone is not the same for every umpire because they don't all have the same eyes. Okay,
that's the whole.
They can't all see it. But the automated strike zone, the robo strike zone, is not the way to go. Okay, and we're gonna have to go back and look at this, and then we're gonna have to put this up there because the robo strike zone is not the way to go because it is not
too bad. It's happening.
The eye effect on that. Okay, if it's 2-3 inches outside and it's called a strike, that's different. I see the rebuttal from that, but they're not always like that. They're like that. If you're a major league hitter or you're a professional baseball player, anything close to the strike zone, if you don't like the pitch on a 3-2 count, you foul it off and you get another pitch. Okay. You don't have
if I made the decision, I'm going to take right here.
You don't make the decision when you're up there at bat. You don't make the decision. If you do make that decision, that's on you.
It might have been a signal.
If you make that decision, that's on you. You're taking that strike or that ball, no matter what. But if you're in a 3-2 count and you don't want to strike out, then you're going to foul that pitch off one way or another to get another pitch. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but now you're leaving it. See, no. See, now you're leaving it up to me as the batter to make contact.
That's your fucking
You're putting
job.
it on me to make contact. No. Okay, because you did not do your job by getting the ball over the plate in order to get a call, right? So your job is to paint the black, right? We sit up here, we try to touch the black. If I'm getting a call, if I'm check swing or if I check, because I see where it's going and I still get punched out and it's clearly out. Come on, man, you can't have that. Like I said, you got to have it well in advance to where everybody knows what the strike zone is. I don't know how you go about practicing to that strike zone. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you players will be a lot more aggressive and it will be a lot more men on the base pads. It'll be a lot more men on the base pads.
You're fucking killing me right now.
Nah, it'll be men on base regularly because you're not letting pitchers just slide with anything popping off. You're not letting that gives the pitchers operational advantage.
No, that does not. It does not, because the fact is that you have. I gotta get rid of this shit right here.
Dude, what benefit am I getting as a batter? You know what I'm saying? That is equal to the fact that you can get a strike call on a ball that's outside. What advantage do I have that's equal to that as a batter? The fact that I could get hit?
None. And that's why baseball's archaic.
That's what I'm saying, man.
They're the one. They're the only team in the world right now that's archaic when it comes to these things. No, I agree. I agree. I agree.
So
I hate strength.
No, we are talking about how this motherfucker. Okay.
If you're gonna do
so
that,
we're talking about an automated strike
getting,
zone. Instead of getting struck, instead of taking that third strike that's a quarter of an inch or an inch outside, you foul it off and you make another at bat for yourself. Okay, that's the point.
That pitcher is trying to get me to chase.
Professional hitter.
I am a professional hitter. That pitcher's job is to get me to chase that ball that's coming across. I choose not to chase and still get punched out.
Okay, well,
you know how pissed off I am.
choose. You should not choose to make that decision on whatever count it is. It has to be you see that pitch coming. Sometimes you make that decision. Yes, I'm going to take this pitch, but you're not taking it on a third strike call. You're not saying if there's an opportunity for a third strike call, you're not making that conscious decision that I'm not swinging at this pitch.
No,
you're
saying
not making a
in
conscious
real time.
decision.
I know that. I know not on a 2-strike count. I know that, but I'm just saying here. This is the example I'm giving you. I'm in the box. Your job is to throw one and try to paint the black. Now, if it's veering and you're not hitting the black and you're outside, I hold up, being the smart professional hitter that I am. You know what I'm saying? I hold up and still get punched out. I am pissed.
Right.
It's not my job to make contact to clean up y'all's error. I'm supposed to foul this one off so I can clean up the mistake that the umpire is about to make by trying to punch me out.
So here's why I was coming in. It's like, I don't understand why umpires in Major League Baseball have this power. You don't have this power as referees. Right. Behind the plate, you don't have this power as referees in the NFL. You don't have this power as a ref in the NBA. A travel's a travel, a charge is a charge, a block's a block, whatever's whatever. So I agree with Big Homie. Why is a strike different with 2 strikes than it was at first pitch or a 1-0 or a 2-0? Why does the strike? Why does you? And we know because we've heard this from umpires. Well, this is my strike zone. I call strikes low. What? No, wait a minute. A strike's a strike. That's why they have the box.
Every other base is eligible for review, except for home plate.
And we have the box. So why do you get to walk up there, especially Angel, who's a shitty umpire, and talk about, well, I call low strikes? No, you don't. You call the strike zone. That's like somebody going to the finals and go, hey, man, I call travel on the 4th step. No, the fuck you don't. I realize travel doesn't get called, but you don't get to just define what's PI, what's a hold, what's a travel. But in baseball, we let umpires, because we hear it. We hear it all the time. And they say it. It's not a hidden secret. They talk about it all the time. I call high strikes. Oh, hey, but I've watched Sunday Night Baseball. We're going to have a quick game tonight. He likes to call the outside stuff. Well, now, wait a minute. What does that mean? Why do I have to adjust my strike zone every day as a hitter? The strike zone is the strike zone. Why do I have to change it based off of who's behind the plate?
That's what I'm sitting up here trying to tell this fool, man. You got to make the game equal for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not any different, but I was telling them you can't use different.
The robo strike zone is not going to make it equal for everybody.
But no, nor is it now. So you know what? Right before my computer died, which by the way, Pascal High School, my laptop has been on the charger for 12 straight days and couldn't do 2 hours outside without dying. Aaron Judge, 2017, has been punched out on 433 strikes below the knees.
That's crazy.
Since 2017. So how is that not fixed? So when you say it's not going to be equal for everyone, it's not equal now. It's not equal now.
So what's the fucking point?
Aaron Judge if it's equal.
There's no fucking point then.
The point is fixing. The point is fixing.
There's no fixing it. If it's not equal then, it's not going to equal now. Then
So
just
don't
keep
change
it the
anything?
fucking same. No,
So don't
you
change
build it. We talked about this. You
What's
build
the
it
solution?
from the AAA level, which they can't do now because they don't have real umpires. You can't build it up to make it better and keep the game going in the way.
Not true. Not true. Because if you go
How
look
is it
at
not fucking true?
Go look at AAA ERAs. There are cats coming up now, not just Yankee cats, other dudes coming up at AAA and pitching games, and they're lights out at Major League Baseball. They'll do the little one-spot start, 5 1/3, 3 hits, 1 run, a walk, 5 Ks. You go look them up at AAA, and we're in a new era, Jason, so you're going to have to wake up and be part of the new era. You go look them up in the minor leagues, I can't tell you how many minor league pitchers who are on the 40-man roster have 9 and 10-run ERAs in minor league baseball. You know why? Because they're not getting away with shit anymore. Because they got the computer who's not letting them get away with a pitch that's 4 inches out of the strike zone as a strike. So
is
now,
that good for baseball? Is that good for baseball when they
fucking no? Yes, Jason, because they're relearning how to pitch. And guess what? Now hitters will relearn how to hit.
So
Jason,
you're telling me that a
no,
good
wait a minute,
is getting an automated strike zone.
What do you always say about the Mariners? What do you always say about the Mariners? Hey, man, it's not that bad. Major League Baseball's average batting average is 232. Are you really selling me in 2022, where everyone wants to see offense? Major League Baseball is selling you a sport where teams are hitting 230. Bro, when 1998 Yankees played, and Joe and I talked about it, I could look at like 12 dudes hitting 280 and above. Now the Major League average is 230. How is this not broken? If the Major League average with regular human beings behind home plate is 230, 232, you're telling me we don't need to change? You want to watch teams hit 230? And by the way, just to piggyback on how bad the Mariners are, in the league where everybody's hitting 230, your pitching staff has 5-run ERA. How the fuck you have a 5-run ERA where teams are hitting 230? I don't know.
Okay, first of all, we're not talking about the Mariners yet. Second of all, so you're telling me that it's going to make players better with an automated strike zone, pitchers
it'll
or
make it
hitters?
Equal. No, pitchers don't have to. Pitchers don't look at the pitchers don't see a box. A pitcher see the whites of the plate on the ground, right, from a mound 60 inches up, right? We know what it is. Okay, their job is to be deceptive in what they're trying to do to get you to swing. Everything is supposed to be equal for me on my side. I can't be
either
here,
way,
here, and here, and all of it is, you know what I'm saying? Like my man Kyle Schwarber, it can't be here, and here,
well, it's
and
the
all
same
be strikes.
fucking thing. It's all the same thing.
But they all can't be strikes, though. They all can't be strikes. So I need
they're
equality.
not all strikes, and they're not all bad pitches.
Okay. No, the pitch is probably exactly what the pitcher was shooting for. Mine is to get me to chase. That's the mission. Is to get me off balance, set up.
I agree with that.
You're trying to set me up.
I agree with that.
So you could do this and that. But that's what I'm saying. Those pitches aren't supposed to be putting me behind on the count.
Chase. I should have to chase your slider out of the strike zone.
Exactly.
But you better show me you can throw it in the strike zone first. And that's the problem we have. Umpires are buying into, I got Garrett Cole on the mound today. He throws sliders down and away. And guess what? I'm not calling them all balls, even though 70% are out of the strike zone, because it's Garrett Cole. But on the next day, it's the 2-starter. He's not Garrett Cole. I'll probably call more balls on the slider. That's not how it should be. And so when you say it doesn't work,
okay, let me. God forbid. Okay, this might bite me in the ass. However,
have to adjust.
Pitchers have to adjust. Batters have to adjust. This might bite me in the ass. It's been a long day. Barcott made me start, having cervezas in at fucking noon or whatever. But look, I don't give a fuck when they are on the mound and you're gonna throw a pitch. If it's called a strike 3 inches outside and you don't swing at it and you get rung up, that's fine. Next time you come up.
For who? Who is it fine for?
Not fine. But however, when you
Half
get
the people involved in the transaction are not.
Shut the fuck up. Let me talk for a second.
No, we're just gonna let that slide.
It's always gonna come back in the same way. There's always gonna be a pitch where that pitcher is up there and he's be like, "Oh, I got that call last time."
So we gotta wait for karma.
So I'm
now.
not gonna get this one.
Right, I gotta wait for the
Shut the fuck up
to happen. I'm
thinking
it's like
here,
the makeup call.
No,
that'd be that pitcher's last pitch.
There's always something that's gonna
now
come
there's no
up.
makeup call.
There's a
now
hitter.
There's no makeup call.
There's the intentional walk. Get a fucking intentional walk then, and you come up there if you're not fucking being able to, if you're not being able to hit that pitch outside and you get called a strike. And I don't know if I'm advocating for hitters or pitchers. I don't care. I'm
Clearly
just saying we not need a no, not pitchers at all.
Oh yeah,
you're saying they should get all the judgment calls, but what does the batter get? Where's the judgment call that the batter gets?
The batter gets a judgment call when they go to the MLB and say, "Hey, these umpires are shit."
I'm already in the show, bro.
No,
I'm getting paid millions of dollars. My name is Aaron Judge, but I just keep getting punched out for some bullshit.
The umpires are shit, so the umpires need to be evaluated and being able to.
You talking about a 5-year program? You talking about a 5-year program?
No, I'm talking about day to day.
If they were evaluated, Angel Hernandez would have been fired 15 years ago.
Well, he can't because he's Hispanic, so he can't be. It's racial for him.
So
have you not seen those articles? He's already
he put that. Yeah, he did put that.
No,
out
I
there.
agree. I get that.
Okay,
I get that. But then why are we evaluating?
Okay, listen. Time out. Shut the fuck up, both of you. Evaluations for MLB umpires. Yes, I said shut the fuck up, both of you. Evaluations for MLB umpires every day on game-to-game basis. Okay.
Ask Aaron Judge how you feel about a damn evaluation.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't matter.
How many stories have you heard about in the NBA when these guys get the referee's report at the end of the game and they say, "Oh, we should have called that."
We don't care about NBA.
Or that should have been that.
NBA.
No. The point is, it don't matter after the fact. After the fact, we lost because of this.
It doesn't matter. But if you hold these MLB umpires accountable every game and they have a scorecard, just like you see on Twitter, with the MLB scorecards coming out, and you do that, and you tell them this is how it is.
No.
Please, MLB, put us on your advocate table.
That cost me a game in the standings because I lost.
Okay, that cost you a game.
Now I didn't make
There's
the playoffs.
162 motherfucking games, bro.
No.
There's 100.
How many times were there?
162.
Do you got to have a play-in before all of this expanded playoff situation when one game really mattered? I was trying to tie these guys so I could have a chance to get in. I'm just saying, now that's a rare
and you
situation.
Should have felt that
it's
pitch
a lot of
that was right there.
See, look, it all boils down to one pitch. You see what I'm saying? This is the whole point. If it all gonna boil down, my whole season is gonna boil back down to one pitch. Shouldn't I feel confident one way or another that one pitch I could say, damn, he got me?
No.
He got me, dog. I don't know what to say. I should have let my hands go on that one, but I didn't. So now we're looking at the playoffs from our house.
So you're looking at that one pitch that was in the strike zone, and you said, "Oh yeah, I should have got that one." But you're also looking at the other pitches that were outside. Or like, "Oh, I didn't swing at that one, but I was strike that. I got called a third strike on that." It's the same fucking thing.
That's what I'm
exactly
saying.
what you just said.
That's exactly what I just said.
So you're telling me a pitch in the automated strike zone that you didn't swing at is okay.
What?
That you didn't swing at is okay.
In the zone.
Pitch out of the automated strike zone.
See, I'm not making that comparison.
That you didn't string out.
I'm still talking about the full human element.
At that you could have swung at and you could have fouled off to make another at bat for you. You didn't take that. You didn't take that chance to win the game for you guys.
It's the honor system,
get that one game.
It's the honor system, dog. If I'm participating,
no, there's no fucking honor system in the fucking baseball.
Okay, well then write it up like Vince McMahon did. Well then write it up like Vince McMahon.
The Mariners and the Angels.
Well then write it up like Vince McMahon then. Do it like that. Let me know that you're writing it up like Vince McMahon, then that the outcome has already been
That's
determined.
not even what you just said. Let me clarify this. You take a strike on an automated strike zone that is right at the zone. Huh?
I ain't saying nothing about that, but go ahead.
Then there's nothing to discuss.
I was just only talking about in the event that, like I said, if I'm getting this, you're talking about monitoring and grading umpires and all of this. Okay, so after the fact, you tell me, just like they do in the NBA, oh, we missed that call. My bad. I done already took a L in this game if that happens, is what I'm saying. So you're not fixing nothing with this. Now that you've released some information, letting me know that it's your bad. I don't feel any more better about this. I'm saying fix the problem to where that does not happen.
I agree.
Know what I'm saying?
You cannot fix you cannot fix
technology, boy.
You're not fixing it with the automated strike zone. You are not fixing it with the automated strike zone in the rope. No,
because
no,
if I get punched out because it was on the black, just like when they do the tennis reviews and all that, because it hit the line, shit, point game, I lost. Oh well.
No, you're gonna feel better about a loss because you saw that, other than the fact that it is a umpire calling that, whether it's a strike or not.
No, if he got me, he got me. The strike zone is going to tell me whether he got me or not. It's going to be true to everybody.
The point of the matter is you're going to feel like an ass whether you get called out.
Either way, yeah, you got to hold your back. If you got to walk back to the dugout, you're embarrassed anyway.
If you know that umpire is calling that strike outside 2 inches, you are a professional hitter. And you will be able to foul that pitch off and get another at bat.
So is he going to tell me that this is how he's calling the game before I get up there?
Said and done.
Is he telling me that he's doing this before I go up there?
No, that's not what it's about.
That's the problem.
There's no problem with that.
What do you mean it ain't no problem? Oh, today you decide to call inside strikes. Okay.
That's how it goes. That's how it works.
And so I'm sitting up here, it's coming in high and tight, and I'm sitting up here just getting, these are just calls. These are strike calls. And I just have to live with
and that. You adjust to that strike zone.
That's some bullshit.
Because,
man, look.
All right. We're going to go on. We're going to move on from this because obviously I'm right. And Anas Big Homie and Aaron Barcott are silent, and they can't deal with my madness right now.
No, you're just a guy who's never rooted for a team with a winning record more than twice in 20 years. So you don't understand how it affects teams that actually have shit on the line.
Oh, it affects teams who actually have shit on the line. However, their players aren't good enough to foul off a pitch to stay.
So Aaron Judge can't foul off pitches that are clearly below his knees. When he's hitting 290 with 30 home runs.
He's 6'7" or whatever the fuck.
The Mariners might be hitting.
He could foul off
if they had a righteous
man, how good would Julio Rodriguez be if they had, you know what I'm saying?
You got somebody that's patient, got the good spidey senses of Tony Gwynn up there. You know what I'm saying? Knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Don't even get me started with Tony Gwynn. Don't even get me started.
They could be somebody. They could
exactly my point. All right, let's get into some MLB. See, you fucking guys can't fucking
recognize MLB now.
I mean, what was we waiting for?
By the way,
let's talk about.
Let's get into Big Homie right now because Big Homie called this shit out in February. Big Homie.
Hey, wait, real quick, before Barcott, before you get into that, before we get into that, I just want to say.
You talked about the
wait, time out. Before we get into that, I want to say the hottest teams in the last 15 days. Yeah, before we get into that, because I have this there. The hottest teams the last 15 days, we got Houston 9-3, the Yankees 11-4, Boston 10-4, Milwaukee 10-4, and Atlanta 8-5 in the last 15 days. So what Barcott was referencing to is the MLB playoffs, the AL East, where you have the Yankees obviously solidified that AL East division title, right? And then you have Toronto, Boston, and Tampa Bay.
That's
right. So that's what he was saying. So
I did say
homie referenced that in the pregame months ago when we made our picks. Is that what you were referenced to, Barcott?
Yeah, and by the way, I love that you only do the last 15 days and you don't do the whole month because
I'm thinking I'm looking at the Yankees on fire.
The Yankees have 22 wins this month, so the Boston is like 20-5 this month, and they lost ground. I mean, they literally went 25, 20-6 and lost ground. But you want to talk about 15 days? Okay, let's talk about 15 days.
Dude, these damn Astros is damn cockroaches, ain't it, man? I mean, what the hell, man? I'm trying to tell you, man, you can only try to contain them. I mean, you got to kill them. I mean, what is going on? And see, the Angels, this is what you always fear about the Angels, bro. I mean, they get a lot of heat. They get a lot of hype, enough to where the potential is always high. Mike Trout's potential has always been nothing more than the highest.
They're fucking trash.
Dude, what is going on out there? They're falling off. You know what I'm saying? They can't beat up the Mariners.
No, man, we went to fisticuffs.
They can't do that.
That's how we do it. And you know what's going to happen right now? The Mariners are 5 games under 500, right? So that's a perfect. Thanks for the segue, big homie. Anonymous recovery, big pharma homie. No, let me rephrase that. Anonymous, big recovery pharma homie.
Okay.
Because I have some stats right here I need to spit out. And then you know what? I listen to you motherfuckers the whole show. I have to listen to all your nonsense the whole time. And I have to listen to Barcott and tell me every fucking day on text message, your Mariners aren't made out our games. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I get it. I get all that. 36-41 right now. Just went to fisticuffs with the Angels on Sunday, which, you know what? That's what has to happen. And when the boy, Jesse Winker, says, you know what? Stay away from the head of our young guy. He's just a kid. And he go out there and try to throw at our guy. You know, that's not going to happen because we're veterans around here. This is the leadership that they bring. And you saw the whole team come together, okay?
Okay.
So we're 5 games below 500. We have 16 left before the All-Star break.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Barcott, quick. I don't have time for this nonsense. Go ahead. Let me hear it.
Go.
Talk about leadership and 5 games under 500. From a team that was 18 games over 500. Go ahead.
Okay, good point. I like it. And as I referenced before in the preseason show, I said that they're going to be that these guys make you 10 games better than the 90 games you won last year. I did say that.
Done that?
So, in my opinion, you got 4 games against Oakland, 2 at San Diego, 4 games against Toronto, 2 games at Washington,
6 with the Yankees,
4 at Texas before the All-Star break. So, I have to see my Mariners get to 500 before the All-Star break. What is that? What's 16 games minus 5 would be what? 11 and 5? Is that what it's about? Math? I don't know.
16 and 5, yeah.
Let me ask you a real question.
They have to go real quick. They have to get to 500 before the All-Star break. However, with the nonsense that the lineup has right now, Barcott and I talked about this earlier. So, Barcott, if I miss anything, please help me out.
Oh, I will help you out.
It's been a long fucking day. We have Ty France out. Mitch Haniger is still out. Kyle Lewis is still out. Don't even get me started on these guys.
MVP.
You have Winker. You have Winker on a 7-game suspension sooner or later. You have Crawford 5-game suspension sooner or later. You have Julio Rodriguez on a 2-game suspension sooner or later. And so my point.
Yeah, that makes a big difference, man.
Happen.
That makes a big difference. That puts them right in the pennant chase right there.
Right. And as I was speaking earlier, is
right.
The places, the replacements that they have for Trammell being hurt, Haniger being hurt, Lewis being hurt are not, and I forgot about Tom Selleck, Tom Murphy being hurt at the catcher position, who
you going deep into the Mariners for us, ain't you?
So I forgot about that part too.
Yeah.
You have all these replacement players not being able to produce. You had Justin Upton. You have Carlos Santana, who they just signed. You have who else? You got Sam Haggerty up from AAA. You have all these dudes coming up that aren't superstars that are making this shit happen. Yeah. However, my point is that I need to see them at 500. So if they get to 500, what would that be? What did I say the record was? 36. 36 and 41. What's half of 162? They go 16, 152 and 40.
Oh, you're talking the season. You're talking,
I don't know.
Season.
My point is, we can still get to 100 games.
That math
after
problem.
The All-Star break.
If
we get to
that math problem was serious.
If we get to
when we get to
500 at the All-Star break. So my point
did
is,
you say 100 wins still?
Yes.
And what is your record? What is your record right now?
36 and 41.
Yeah. And you have 16 games till the All-Star break.
You need to go 64 and 21.
It's only like what, a 750 win percentage?
No. You do realize you have to be like 7 games better than the Yankees right now to get to 101. So all of a sudden, starting tomorrow, you're going to be 7 games better than the Yankees.
Starting tonight, motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
This dude is high as hell.
All right. Hey, when you're a gambler like me, you fucking roll with it, dog. Homie, you know
Jason,
what
90 wins right now would take a small miracle. 100 wins, you would have to outpace the Yankees, who, by the way, are 1 game behind the 116 win Mariners. So now you're comparing. I don't. But now you're comparing this Mariner team for half a season to the 2001 Mariners.
Hey,
so for 81 games, you think this team could do what the 2001 Mariners did?
I do.
You are fucking smoking something.
At Kevin Martinez, when you see this, please fucking like and send me some stuff and sponsor us, because you know how we do.
He's off the bubbler.
We know how Twitter does.
Jason, I'm almost
so anyway, let me finish.
Computer die again.
This level of
we're gonna go roll with
and just fandom, like, I mean, you just like tunnel vision, bro. I mean, you gonna follow them into the foxhole.
I was a hater, but once I get a few drinks in me, I get optimistic again, and then I gotta roll with the heart, the feeling, the optimism, the insanity that I got. I'm ready to go, bro. I think we're gonna be finally good, because if you look at the pitching stats, we're only 10th in starting pitching right now. So that's good. We gotta start scoring some more runs.
Is digging.
So we got let's see, 3.75 ERA right now. And of course, your Yankees and your Dodgers are up there in the top 3.
And you notice we haven't mentioned anything about this.
Yeah, we haven't got there yet because we're on the Mariners right now. So we have to, we
don't need to mention ERAs and batting averages.
Yeah, well, the Mariners, they're 10th in ERA right now at 3.75, and all the playoff teams above them are right there. So they're right there. They're going. So what happens when you start scoring runs? You start thinking. And you know what the shitty thing is? You can't be last and left on bases.
Lineup. That's the shitty thing, the Mariners lineup.
Yeah.
You can't be last and left on base all year long. The Mariners lead the league in left on bases right now.
Somebody's
all the way up until today. So you can't be there all year. It's going to happen, brah.
Somebody has to be dead last.
Dude,
Why
your
can't it
boy,
be
your
you?
boy. What happened to your boy Rob Roy? Your boy Rob Roy is out here playing like garbage. While I'm on.
No,
he
he's
got
good. He's been good the last
Gosselin's
4.
undefeated over here in Dodger Blue.
Check.
You know what I'm saying? And your boy just won the Cy Young. I mean, and
yeah, you need to check. You need to check your Twitter, bro, because we my boy at Jordan Byron 93, he fixed Robbie Ray. So Robbie Ray's been solid the last 4 or 5 starts, and it's all because of him, bro. So
who'd he face? Who'd he face? Because I know his last start.
It doesn't fucking matter. Hey,
I know.
Doesn't matter who. Does it
It
matter when Garrett Cole faces Baltimore 3, 4, 5 times a year?
Well,
Come
we
on,
knew
bro.
that. We knew that.
Don't give me that bullshit.
That's part of the program.
Don't
Wait a
give me
minute.
that bullshit.
Don't forget, Garrett Cole's got to still face Toronto and Tampa Bay and Boston 3 times a year.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean,
and he'll just magically not start against them because he already knows what's gonna happen.
he already does.
That's how it works.
No,
You
he's
know how it
already
works. Don't give me that
By the way,
bullshit.
That is a horrible offense, bro. I don't even know how
Don't
you have
give me the bullshit.
any defense for that horrible offense, bro.
I don't know how you defend the whole organization. It's terrible.
I don't even understand. You know what I'm saying?
What are you talking about? You're telling me
guys-
that they don't miss that Garrett Cole doesn't miss a start against the worst teams in his fucking division?
Do you realize Garrett Cole is 3-0 when the Yankees
Do I
started?
fucking care?
You brought it up.
Yeah.
You brought it up.
No,
He's
I don't
3-0.
care. I'm just telling you how they do it. You know he will go.
No,
he will go
I'm telling you
when
right now.
Baltimore. He'll miss a start. I promise you.
3-0. Go look it up. 3-0 against Tampa Bay's ace. He's beaten Tampa Bay's ace. By the way, Tampa Bay's ace is second behind Justin Verlander with 9 wins, and he has a 1.8 ERA. Every loss he has is when he starts against Garrett Cole.
Oh, I can't believe how much you out here caping for the Mariners, bro. I mean, there's
Tampa Bay's ace.
Come on, dude.
Is what?
This is
Dude,
gotta
he
stop.
leads the American League in strikeouts.
It's gotta stop, man. Come on, dude. What are you doing?
Dude, you were so hung up on the Mariners. You don't know what the fuck else is going on in baseball.
No, I don't have any TV to watch to check it out. But I want to see this. I want to see if you're right.
Well, I could
You're
see
telling
if you
me-
were excited about Julio Rodriguez not being completely garbage. Okay, there's a bright spot in the lineup. Okay, all this other stuff that you're pointing to, all of these no-name guys that are missing. You know what I'm saying? I get that. All right, they're a part of the squad. They were on the squad before and they're hurt and whatnot. But they're not moving the needle, bro. Those aren't the guys you needed to
No, wait a minute. Homie.
You have to give Julio his credit, though. Both of you.
Homie. Now, wait a minute, homie. It gets back to this. Jason, what are you, 43?
40.
40. Jason was literally,
lying his ass off.
if he wants to say 40, I don't care. Jason was literally, if he says 40, he was literally 17 the last time the Mariners mattered.
What's the
my
fucking point of this? You have no fucking point to this.
Yeah, I do. Listen, because you argue all these little things and you don't understand it doesn't matter. Like homie and I, the Yankees and Dodgers, we got bigger things to talk about. The Mariners, you want to talk about Robbie Ray and his 4-run ERA, and he's been great for 5 games. Great. You overpaid for him. The guy had a Cy Young Award winning season last year. Go look up the rest of his career. You would be ashamed that you paid him $150 million. You'd be ashamed.
Dude, tell me something positive about one of these prospects that is actually holding.
Hey, now wait a minute. Homie. He actually wanted me to bring up the fact that France is hurt, the other first baseman's hurt, and he wanted me to bring, was it Young? The guy that you guys gave a major league contract to when he was in AA, and he's hit 150 for you now to major leagues. So explain that one to me. The kid you wanted me to bring up that you guys gave a major league contract.
Evan White. Evan White.
Who's hitting
yeah,
150.
who's on the 60-day DL right now.
Yeah,
that was part of the.
You guys
that was
gave him
part of
a
the
major
point.
league contract. Remember, you guys gave him a major league contract when he was in AA, and
he
now
played
ain't
like
shit.
16 games last year.
He ain't shit. So you know what? While you bash us, and we're both in, we're both.
Oh, I'm bashing you, motherfuckers. When did I bash you? I backed your fucking Yankees, and I hate your Yankees
right now.
So don't fucking say I'm bashing you.
So explain to us where the Mariners are smart with this whole Evan White thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I never said they were smart about the Evan White thing. I said that he should be one of those guys that shouldn't. He was one of those guys that should be up right now after they paid him that money. But then evidently that's not the case. So with all these subs that they have bringing up and that they are putting into the lineup, none of them are producing. So
how long is
I'm
this
being
been going
optimistic? Too fucking long.
So all of these people have been hurt for an extended period of time.
Yes, I mean you look at.
What about Santana? Didn't they just get Santana from
they
somebody?
Just got Santana.
Has he played yet?
Yeah, he's like 1 for fucking 8 or some shit. So, and you have Justin
That's
Upton,
all working
you have
out.
Carlos Santana. No. And I mean, how do you get these guys in there? And you have Eugenio Suarez still, right? He's kind of getting a little bit better. He went from he went from below 200 like a month ago. Now he's up to like 237. But
didn't Suarez start in Cincinnati?
Yeah, him and Winker. Right.
So he started in Cincinnati. I'm glad to hear he's getting a little bit better in Seattle at 165. I'm glad to hear he's getting a little bit better.
You're a douchebag.
Yeah,
but I get it. But the point
no, you
is,
don't.
like,
no, you don't.
Have to score. The point is, you have to score runs when you have runners on base, and you're leaving way too many people on base.
How do you go about doing that?
When you have you fucking put the bat on the fucking ball.
Hey, there
when
you
your
go.
team ERA is 3.75, and you actually have a guy who I have been demolishing on Twitter, Marco Gonzalez. My bad, Marco. I still love you. You're a Mariner. However, he has top 10 in quality starts in MLB right now. But they don't score any fucking runs for his ass. And I do not believe in his stuff. But you have Robbie Ray, Logan Gilbert, Flexen, Gonzalez, and George Kirby.
You know what?
Sounds like the little rascals.
you know what? I'll end this right now. Homie.
Come on, dog.
Are the Dodgers afraid of the Mariners?
Not even in the slightest.
So, homie, do you think the Yankees wake up and fear the Mariners?
Oh, come on now.
Do you think the Mariners what?
So why are we having this conversation?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's sitting up here telling me about the mission is to put bat on the ball. They're not good at putting bat on the ball. So therefore,
they will be starting tonight
is a loss.
Oakland
and they add up over time.
They have to get a 4-game sweep right now. I'm calling it right now.
They
4-game sweep.
They need to.
Do you think the big? Okay, but Jason, here's what I asked homie. I'm going to ask you. Do you think you're playing Little League baseball, or do you think you're playing big boy baseball? Because my question is, do you think the big boys in Major League Baseball think about the Mariners? Do you think the Yankees and Dodgers, I don't know if the Dodgers play the Mariners this year, but I know the Yankees obviously have to. Do you think those teams have even circled the Mariners on the calendar? If I asked Aaron Judge today.
Yes, they did. They just said, you know what? Don't throw up in inside because we're going to bust his ass.
Do you think Aaron Judge even knows what day on the calendar he's going to be in Seattle?
They don't even know. He don't even know who he's facing.
Does any MLB player know what the fuck they're looking up to next week? No, you dummy. That's the dumbest question I ever heard in my life.
Yes, they do.
Because they don't circle the fucking schedule. Oh, I want to go look at. No, they do not.
Yes, they do.
They look at game by game.
The Dodgers know when they play the Braves.
The Dodgers players do not know when they play the Braves.
They know the Braves, Padres, Mets. I'm talking about the elite teams.
Okay, then they're stupid. That's my point. They're stupid if they're looking at it.
Nice.
They're stupid.
No, they're not. They know when they play the teams they got to play.
You got to play the team that you play tomorrow, dude.
They don't care about the Mariners. Do you
So
really think
the Mariners don't care about nobody that's on their schedule, then. The Mariners don't care about nobody that's on. They don't get up for no game.
You both a bunch of fucking jokers right now.
They don't
you
get
trying
up
to
for no
play?
game.
You trying to think that you're fucking Carrot Top right now? You motherfuckers aren't Carrot Top.
What I'm telling you is, you need to be talking about, are these young players that you have been performing not to your lofty ass wild expectations, but are they performing like you can build around them so you could have something? You sitting up here thinking like you're about to compete for the damn pennant. Okay. You're talking crazy right now.
No, you're not. No, you're
okay. So what you should be doing is going, you know what? Julio's game is really coming together. JP Crawford is really a guy that we could build around. He gets on base a whole lot. Okay, we need a little bit of this. Maybe if
Ty
Carlos
Francis
comes
is an all-star. Cal Raleigh only hits home runs and doubles.
It's 212.
Shout out to my boy Jordan Byron for his Texas.
It's home run or not. It's home run or not.
We don't got time for your guys' nonsense. So let's talk about
let homie finish because he's right.
No, I don't want to listen to his dumbass.
No, I'm done because I'm done just like the Mariners done.
I knew he was gonna kill me. I can't even finish on top. All right.
By the way, Jason, when the playoffs start, can you give me homie and myself Chris's number so we can do the podcast without you? Because you won't be here. When the playoffs start, you won't be here. You guys won't be around. I mean, what are you gonna do? Just log in and listen?
Don't even let the Mariners face the Yankees in the playoffs, because that'll be all she said and wrote and done.
The good first round bye.
They got the second round domination, bro.
They'll go, you know what? We don't even want the first round bye. Just give us the Mariners as a warm up for practice.
You know what, man?
Stupid.
Now listen.
All right, we're done with the Mariners talk. Shout out, they're gonna still do all right. They're still gonna make the playoffs.
They'll do all right.
But hey,
you're saying they'll do all right. That's all they're
gonna
do.
All right. Wait, we still didn't talk about the brawl though. We didn't talk about the brawl. You guys saw the brawl. We have to get into the brawl.
That was a good brawl. I like that.
Winker went to town after he went over there to be peaceful, and then the fucking Angels went into dummies, and then the dude. Did you see the reliever, the Archie Bradley reliever, fucking try to jump over the fucking dugout, and then he fractured his arm or like a dumb idiot. So shout out to them.
By the way, Jason,
Shohei Ohtani just sitting back there like chilling, like, hey, what's going on right now? He was there, but he was like, hey, what are you guys doing? This is not how we do it in Japan.
What did you say? Winker went over to do? Be peaceful. No one leaves home plate to go to the opposing team's dugout to be peaceful.
He was peaceful.
Not say that one. Do not.
What was he doing? Was he running over there and ready to throw punches?
Jason?
Was he running over there ready to throw punches?
No one leaves home plate.
Was he running over there to throw punches? Answer the question. Answer the question.
I'm going to answer right now. If you had an Angels jersey on, if you, Jason, had an Angels jersey on and watched him come at your dugout, do you really think he's coming over there to be peaceful, to just say, kumbaya, hey, guys, what are you throwing at me? What's going on? Or do you think he's coming to your dugout to start shit? Because he did not come to that dugout slowly.
He wasn't over there to talk to the dugout. He was over there to talk to the manager.
I'm not saying Winker started it. I'm not saying that. But he did not go to that dugout quietly.
Of course he did. That is quietly in MLB.
And you do not go to opposing team's dugout quiet. I'm gonna tell you, tell Winker to try that shit in the Bronx or in LA. See what happens.
I'll fuck
Tell him to do it.
I'll fuck all
tell him to do that shit at Dodger Stadium or the Bronx. See what the fuck happens.
What's wrong with that? You just want to have a peaceful conversation as a human being.
He got dealt with.
Peaceful conversation.
I'm not
and
saying
then
he's
your
wrong.
dumbasses start.
I'm not saying he's wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong, but you said he went over there peacefully. He did not go peacefully.
He walked over there.
No, he did.
He wasn't running over there.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Calling people out.
If he walks himself over to the fucking Yankees dugout in the Bronx, he might get stabbed by fans. I'm just saying, I mean, he might have to do just
Well, that's
players.
because your fans are fucking stupid ass bitches. That's why.
Yeah. We're in first place.
He walked over there and got dealt with real quick too.
Yeah, he did.
Shit.
Yeah, he did.
He caught one straight to the face as soon as he got there, mushed.
Yep. By a guy that had one hand in the fucking cast.
I was just wondering why why was dude from the Angels all pissed off, going crazy in the dugout and throwing sunflower seeds all on the field? Did he get?
Did you see that?
He must have got stolen on. Like what? Why was he pissed?
That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
No. I agree with him. Did you guys not see it? So the fight was over. Everybody's back in their dugouts, right? And Jason, you said you saw this from John Boy. He was only out there during the fight, breaking people up, threw no punches. He was grabbing his teammates. And then when the fight was over, both teams back in their dugouts, he's on the rail. Hadn't thrown a punch. Didn't start the fight. Didn't go after anybody. Coach came up and said, "Hey, you're one of the guys they just ejected." And that's where he like,
oh, that's what he got mad about?
I got ejected? Okay. I was out there breaking up fights and they ejected me.
Come on, bro.
Like, so that's why. Now wait a minute. That's why Winker tried to go back out there, because Winker thought he was talking to him. He was talking to the umpires. He was like, "You're fucking throwing me out." I was grabbing teammates and like trying to break up fights, and you threw me out. So that's why he was throwing out, and that's why, if you guys saw it, Winker went back out there because he thought he was being talked to. He thought the gum was getting tossed to him. And Winker tried to go back out, and they grabbed him. And when somebody patted him on the back, said, no. And Winker was like, and even John Boy's like, you see it on John Boy's replay. And Winker's like, I was going to go back. Which I give him credit for, Winker. But no, dude was not mad at Winker. He was literally on the rail like this, ready to watch the rest of the game. They're like, hey, man, they threw you out. What the fuck? They threw me out? I didn't even throw a punch.
You know what? Wow. You know what'll fix that, though? Robot umpires, because then they'll be able to scan the dugout and be like, he jumped the fence, he was in the melee, so hey, you could just throw him out because he was
all right,
that'll fix it.
All right, Minority Report. We'll move on from that.
Yeah, right.
That's just dumb.
No, it's not dumb. It's just what you guys want. So you could fix all that from there. So
dumb is not being able to jump over the rail and to get into the fight and getting injured.
And breaking your elbow.
and winding yourself up on the IL. You know what I mean?
That's
dumb.
Stupid.
Okay? Now is that stupider than the kicker who was it an extra point or something? But anyway. When he was celebrating on the, I think it was the game winner, and he hurt himself, hurt his shit for life.
Blew me out.
Those two things.
No,
man,
the kicker one's better because he made the kick and he was celebrating and he blew out his ACL and done forever or whatever. That's better. But jumping over the guardrail to get into a not even a melee, just to get into a rugby scrum, because your ass ain't doing nothing anyways, and you hurt yourself when you jump over the thing.
I wouldn't call that a rugby scrum.
He's part of the rugby. He knew he wasn't going to do anything, and so when he was part of the rugby scrum because he wasn't going to do nothing. You saw JP roll over.
I thought it was great. I thought it was a great baseball brawl.
That's a good old fashioned baseball Escalade. What do you call it?
Hey, according to Jack Del Rio, that was just a dust up.
Shit, don't start that shit. Don't start that shit. Don't start that shit. Don't get me started on that shit. Don't get me started on that shit, because I don't know how that man has a fucking job right now.
It's a dust up, man. Yo.
Hey, you guys want to talk about anything other MLB before we get into all the nonsense I think's about to crack up?
Yeah,
I got something.
You keep avoiding the Mariners and why they're fucking terrible.
They're not terrible. We're gonna be good.
Yeah. You need a working game plan.
If you watch on Twitter tonight, it might be opposite of good. After I just backed them this whole episode, but when I get on Twitter tonight, it might be a different story when I start watching the game because I'm about ready to be.
I'm just telling you right now, the way that you laid that out for the average fan, like the Mariners were like something you need to be watching. Okay, if I tuned in one day based on if I tuned in one day and I'm catching this. This is nationwide international podcast business that we're up to right now, thanks to the internet. Shout out to Al Gore. But anyway, look, if I go and I watch this damn Mariners squad, based off of your expectations, I'm about to go outside and jump out of a damn window. Okay.
So for example,
you pumped that shit up way too tough.
Did you give Big Homie 1 minute to talk about the Dodgers?
I don't need to, man.
No, that's why I said I wanted one more. I wanted to talk about
all these injuries. All these injuries he talking about.
I know we
like
still
ain't nobody else got
more
any
stuff to talk about.
You know what I'm saying? My man Walker Buehler out on the, you know what I'm saying, on the thing. Come on, man. You are injuries. Yeah. We gotta bring up Klay Thompson's little brother to fill up a roster spot. Okay. Now watch it. Now watch out for Trace Thompson. Yeah, he's a minor league cat. I'm not expecting one damn thing. I'll be surprised if he gets into the lineup in any other role aside from maybe pinch hitting once or twice, and then maybe a pinch running opportunity somewhere. But he's just filling a roster spot. We're still waiting for the team to round out. Trey Turner, thank you, bro. You've been out here. You've been a model of consistency. Mr. Frederick Freeman, thank you. With even all the crying, I want to hammer you so bad for all the fake, phony crying about Atlanta when you from the crib and you always wanted to play for the Dodgers anyway. But shout out to you for being consistent. Shout out to Mookie Betts for starting to get his situation together. Okay, we coming, and it just takes some time.
Loved Kershaw's response to Freeman. Loved it. Said it. You know what? We're XYZ. We're halfway through the season. I just don't want us to be second fiddle. That's the best way to tell a player to shut the fuck up and move on.
Yeah. What are you doing?
You need to shut the fuck up. What are you doing? We got shit to do. I've been here for 15 years. Let's move on.
You sitting up here about to call your ex. What are you doing, man? Are you still looking at your ex's pictures online? You know what I'm saying? You going through the photo album still? Get your damn ass together. See, if he wasn't swinging a solid bat, I would be on his ass. But whatever. I mean, everybody's a little touchy nowadays. Everybody's a little emotional nowadays, even when it comes to the athletics and all of that. You know what I mean? So everybody's a little bit more sensitive than they used to be. So maybe he's got a level of nostalgia about playing for their team, especially when we were just talking about in all these other sports that the players have now strength. Go anywhere the hell you want. You want to play for your hometown squad and be good, or go to your hometown squad and suck ass, but get the bread. And these guys know how to get the bread now, right? So forget all of this. I mean, he's old school in this way where he feels some kind of way about Ronald Acuna or something, and the guys, because he didn't like Ronald Acuna. He wanted to, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to check.
Well, now remember, he wanted to go back to Atlanta, and now his argument is I fired my agent because I didn't hear about the final offer.
Right.
Which, by the way, a lot of baseball insiders say that happens a lot. You're not the only free agent that didn't hear about a final offer, because guess what? Here's the problem Freeman had that I heard from people. Unless you're actively involved in your free agency, they're not going to tell you every offer you have. Your agent responds to your energy. So clearly Freeman did not give Casey Close a whole bunch of energy about, hey, what am I getting? Where are we going? He didn't text him every day. What am I hearing about? So why would I text you about every offer you got? Hey, the Dodgers just won the World Series and they want you. Why would I text you about every offer?
That's what I'm saying. This is not a bad plan B. We ain't talking about Baltimore Orioles.
Exactly. I didn't send you to fucking Tampa Bay, Miami, fucking Baltimore.
Set up shop in Kansas City, Missouri.
And now you're mad and gonna fire me. Bro, did you text me? Hey, what are the Braves offering? So my point is, clearly Freddie Freeman didn't understand free agency. He didn't understand. I got to be on my dude. You pay your agent.
So what the fuck are we waiting for? We need to be agents, evidently, because we can talk to everybody. Fired up.
We're waiting on Mr. Mariner to matter. Go ahead, Mr. Mariner. Let's go. Whoa.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you have to be such a fucking douchebag and fucking try to be a hater all the time.
Go ahead.
I have some fucking genius ideas, but you just can't fucking jump on board and understand the aspect of the bigger and broader and fucking magnificent ideas I have. Ask homie about my sports bets. We're fucking golden when we get back in the game.
I don't know if I trust you to talk to a major league franchise front office on behalf of some clients. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to homie. The first thing I tell homie is, I don't know if I trust you.
I don't know if I trust you to go.
I knew I set myself up for that. I had to set it up, though.
You mean, we got a big name client, and I expect you to be like The Rock on Ballers? Yeah, no, I don't know, bro.
Hey, The Rock and, oh, shit, I forgot. I'm going to do this in the next week. Barcott. So since you're my neighbor now, Barcott.
You know what, homie? This is the one downside of him moving back.
I was about to say.
Yeah, Barcott, now that you're my neighbor.
I got to physically do this shit. It's his idea, but I got to physically do shit.
Yeah, because it's not like homie, where homie was like 30 miles away, but really like an hour away. So I couldn't go down there and fucking.
Homie, just so you know, I put in the address of his brother's house. It's like 3.5 minutes. I was like, fuck my life.
He's going to be knocking on the door.
Hey, my drunk ass might end up at his house one night, and his wife might just be like, Aaron, we're going to divorce.
No. Do not knock on the door, because my wife's a black woman. She will fucking whoop your ass. She'll beat your ass and then divorce me.
What the fuck you doing here?
Hang on, I have an idea. I have an idea. You forget about I have all these ideas.
I have been kicked out of the bed for noises downstairs that I didn't have the audacity to wake up to. Noises she woke up to. And my fat ass had the audacity to sleep through the noise. Got kicked out of the bed, go figure that shit out. And I was like,
how dare you?
Yeah. And I was like, I got to grab the gun. No, just get downstairs. I was like, wait a minute. There's a gun? I don't care. Get down there. I was like, all right, baby.
Have either one of you guys ever had Terramana tequila?
Yes.
No.
Is it good?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's all I need to hear. Hold up.
That's the Dwayne Johnson.
Stop.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yes, stop. That's my point. So
they handing
Barcott,
out boxes.
We are gonna cut a promo for Terramana tequila, and we are gonna get a sponsor right there with Terramana tequila. Oh, he froze again. Or
no,
his dumbass. Oh, no, his dumbass just is sold. We're gonna get that was a perfect promo, dog. Because we're gonna do the Terramana tequila. I don't even drink tequila, but Terramana tequila, we're gonna do it.
It's delicious, dude.
Oh, we're gonna do it. The Rock loves Terramana tequila, obviously, because he is a owner of it. So Terramana tequila. Next time, well, maybe not next time, but
are you gonna write the copy for this commercial? Or
I'll figure it out, dog. I got you. I have shit building right now.
A freestyle cut promo.
Oh my God, this is gonna be great. Did I not
make sure y'all tune in for this?
Did I do the Nathan's
DVR? It is.
Are you ready to do the Nathan's hot dog? Like, how was the promo that I cut for that? I cut a Leinenkugels one before. I'm gonna cut it all, baby.
Yeah, you getting there.
I
would write a copy, you know, and then do it like that. Don't try to freestyle. Just
I know.
You gotta crawl before you
no
walk.
Freestyle. I'm not you, homie, but you're gonna be part of this too, dog. So you better be ready to big tequila homie here soon.
I did write a fake ass commercial a while back. I don't know what I did with it.
Oh, I know you
in my
did,
notes,
bro.
and I deleted it. But it was basically like one of them drug commercials with just a shitload of side effects, but all the side effects were all sports fan related side effects, like You'll become a couch potato. You'll want to make chicken wings on Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? It was something like, I don't even remember what the product was, but I think it was a fake ass product. But anyway, I'm always on the job trying to stay.
I know
sharp,
you ready,
you know
dog.
So,
hey, we're gonna send that to the Rock at the Rock because I know he's gonna hear it. And hey, I'm not a tequila head, but after I drink this tequila, I will be. And you know what's gonna happen? Terramonic Tequila is gonna be sponsoring the show, baby, because we're gonna cut it right.
We're gonna be doing promos for dehydrated food buckets next, or what?
And this is funner.com will make it all happen.
I'm not against that because I've had that tequila. I bought it from my downstairs bar. I'm not mad at it. So you do you. I don't drink it a lot, but when I've had it, I like it. So you do you.
I got ideas all day, bro. I got all ideas
here's
all
my
day.
thing. Here's my question: is it an idea or is it an actual conversation?
I can't follow you for that. It's an actual conversation. No, it's an actual conversation. Let's make it happen. Hey, what are we here for, brah? What are we all here for? Are we here to fucking shoot the shit and not get paid? Or are we here to fucking get paid and get this shit out there to everybody else, brah?
I got you.
Does anybody else want to fucking know about what's going on in the world? Does anybody else want to know the shit that happens before the shit happens when we already fix, and get on with everything? Because that's how we do. We get it going. What happened, homie? You good?
Yeah, hold up. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Barca, I'm down, bro. I'm down.
I'm there with you, man. I'm there.
I think this is part of the production meeting right now that we're actually
that's
getting into.
That's what I was going to say. Is Chris got to clip this piece out because I don't know how this makes sense with the rest of it.
Yeah. No. I was just that's the thing. And so I close it out. We want to talk about baseball and all that shit, and then we talked about a lot of shit, which we knew this was going to be a long ass episode, right? And then we knew that we were gonna discuss other things, and I think this is the perfect thing. We might as well just keep it on YouTube and just fucking fire it up and just let people know what we're due after hours.
Well,
at the same time.
It's gotta be.
So we're looking for sponsors all the way.
If it's a business meeting, that's got to be a separate clip,
right?
It can't be.
Yeah, we need a.
It can't be public. I mean, it can be separate. Like when you start talking about the tequila, keep that separate so that you got something to sell. You got something to play off of. The public doesn't care until you have it secured. Once you've secured it, now we pimp it.
Yeah, well, we're all live right now, so it doesn't matter. But I understand what you're saying, and then we'll roll with that. But we're looking for sponsors. So anybody out there who wants to sponsor the show, we're good with, and we'll plug you, and we'll if you're anybody in the Tri-Cities who does who has a spot that we could roll to, we could do that too. So we're around, and I'm ready to do that. So we'll find those too. But we got a nice big homie over there in Federal Way chilling, and
well, I'm saying if we're going to do a business meeting at this point, which is what it sounds like, we should probably clip the public viewing.
Oh yeah, clip it out.
Yeah, like I don't know how you guys do it, but it should probably be clipped out since we're talking about promotion.
That's an offline conversation.
We're still.
That's what I'm saying. It should be clipped off right now, unless we got something else to talk about. You brought up the tequila, so
it's time to wrap it up because I don't want to give this dude one more second to be talking about some damn.
I would
welcome to Mariners baseball. Yeah. Shit, man, come on. Dog.
I feel it.
But look, yo, there's a lot of game plans and schemes that can be cooked up. You know, we just need to figure out, put our heads together and see what kind of entertainment direction we about to go in. And then once we figure that out, like I said, it should get a little bit more refined, put a little bit more production value behind what we're doing. And, you know what I'm saying, encapsulate it a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit tighter. And then, you know what I'm saying, so we can put that fresh product out in the streets for everybody.
Yeah, and I think that with us being what we do, like 3 shows in the last like 6-8 weeks, it's like rough with everything that's been going on with the move and all that stuff. So
why is this still live?
Because I don't know how to cut it off without live, but
close
it out. You know, thanks everybody for listening. We appreciate y'all. Go to thisfunner.com for more content and This Is Funner merch. So we got it all there. We'll check it out. And thank you all for listening. We appreciate y'all.
Stay connected and stay soon. Hey,
this is funner.com, baby.
That was Sports Fix with Stix. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag StixandSports.
Winners don't make excuses.